imagine. Better cool on your faction. Ready for the curtain call, lights, camera, action.
Hello and welcome to the 2024 Lifesaving World Championships on the golden sands of Kurrawa Beach of the beautiful Gold Coast, Queensland, Australia. It is Ty Dowker here with probably life-saving royalty of Courtney Hancock. And Courtney, what about these drone shots? It's day one of the national teams open in that of the ocean. And our finals time just about to get underway.
Oh, I am so excited to be here with you, Ty. It's been a wonderful morning so far and a wonderful couple of days. And we've seen all different types of swell and weather out there. A little bit of wind coming up. You got some fantastic interviews this morning, and I just can't wait for this finals package to get started.
Yeah, it's the World Lifesaving Championships, and the other thing I love about the World Lifesaving Championships is the array and the diversity of colours of the caps right around that of our beautiful world as well. If you have a look there, just under 50 international teams competing. And I tell you what, if you're looking to do a bid for the 2032 Brisbane Olympics, there's no better place to look for events than that of Lifesaving that is worldwide. Look at these beautiful caps and colours, and we'll call them as we go along for a phenomenal afternoon of racing. It's finals afternoon. We're in the water, we're in the sand, and we've got on the beach as well, Josh Minogue doing some great crossover commentary as well. And then we have the wrapping up with that, with the Stars and Stripes, the USA of America, and they performed exceptionally well as well. So let's have a look at the events for today, and I might get you to run through from top to bottom.
Oh, have a look at this, Ty. We've got the men's surf race, women's surf race, and we go the beach sprint for both the men's and men's board rescue. Then for the women's, we move over to the tube, rescue tube, and then we've got the men ocean and man relay. Then we go to the women's ocean woman relay, and then we finish off back on the beach with the women's beach relay and then the men's beach relay. And after that, also the ocean women and the ocean men. So it's a big day, and a lot of those athletes will be in every single event.
Yeah, and putting in perspective as well, we're gone from day one and day two of that of the pool to now that of the first of the ocean racing. And overall to the Italian national team as well, very dominant in that of the pool. Now we'll look to see the likes of potentially Australia and New Zealand really starting to come to the fore. Let's get on the beach now for an update on conditions with Josh Minogue.
Thanks, guys. Conditions have certainly changed down here on the beach over the last couple of hours. The tide's gone out, the wind's picked up. We saw a little bit of it this morning, but it's even more intense this afternoon. This surf race that's about to start, it's more of a run, swim, run than we had this morning. Long wade out, long wade back. The runners are really going to take the core in this one. Weather, still a nice 25 degrees. The water's 21 in there today, and plenty of great racing coming up, so we're about to kick things off.
Yeah, exciting times down the start line as they line up. And let's have a look back in semi-final number 1 and number 2. And let's just remember that James Kosh, who's representing Australia, took this out 2 years ago in Italy as well. But it was Joey Collins. He's up and about for Team New Zealand, the Black Fins at the moment. Kosh was second, Chris Davidson. But what about this? In semi-final number 1 there, Courtney, Sri Lanka and Egypt in 4 and 5. That is so great to see. In semi-final number 2, once again, it was New Zealand in 1. Alex Cole from the Stars and Stripes, Zach Morris, Australia, Leggett from Great Britain, and the Netherlands in the mix as well. What's going through their minds? Start line here, short, sharp racing. It is the World Lifesaving National Open Surf Race.
Well, as Josh just said before, it is a little bit of a run, swim one, and here we are off for that start. So they are going to go into a bit of a run, a little bit of a wade, dolphin diving. So it is a bit of an adventure challenge out there at the moment, but any race today, you need to have a strong start.
Now, in the open water, it is the ocean, day one as well, and the skill sets come to play, so it's not pure swimming. You can see at the moment the running goes to wade. Now they're porpoising and negotiating on that at the break at the moment. It looks like a great start to the green and gold cup of Kosh, and also tucked out there as well, Zach Morris. So it's the green and gold of Australia in front, but look on the outside, tucked on right on the hip of the outside there, the Black Fins of New Zealand.
and the athletes that went right to the bottom of that sand and tucked themselves under those waves. We saw that shot before. It's very punchy, very powerful this afternoon of Kurrawa. And as we see Zach Morris out in front, he is at the moment the fastest swim star in the world at the moment.
Yeah, this is great, isn't it? You've got Zach Morris in one, and it's his training partner representing New Zealand, Joey Collins, tucked on the outside. I love how Joe Collins goes about his business. He's just all in. It's not, I'll wait to chase these swells coming home and bring my skill sets. It is all in for Collins. Around they go now, Morris. Collins tucked in there as well. Look for the move of Kosh and also Clark from New Zealand in 3 and 4. The longer this race goes, the more will play in their hands.
Oh, you're absolutely right. And we just saw out there in the surf swimming race, we've got the 2 strings to go around. So we've got the normal 9 and then we've got the black and white, which we can't see on screen at the moment. You will see in a moment. So it's all about setting yourselves up. And we just saw at the can back there, we saw the second New Zealander take out our other Australian team member there. So it's all setting yourself up, and when we come on in, you want to be first on those runners. So Joe Collins next to Zach Morris, he's done very well to get himself side by side.
Yeah, it's a great combination fight here between the Trans-Tasmans of Australia and New Zealand of Collins and Zach. They know each other's strengths. They also know each other's weaknesses at the moment. But I love the work of Lewis Clark. He tucked in 3. He went round with Kosh, but then manhandled Kosh a little bit around that first can to now sit in that 3rd position. Now we go from the skill set of negotiating the break going out. We've gone round the cans. How critical are the waves coming in and your skill sets? One to pick up, but then to finish strong.
Oh, that's when you really want to really get into your fitness, really start. So you'll see a lot of the athletes also kicking into a 6-beat kick, should I say, sorry. So this is where you really want to start working. But also you see in 5th and 6th, we've also got France, we've also got South Africa as well, Christiana Davison, very, very good swimmer, very well renowned for that swimming. So out in front, we still have Zach Morris, Joe Collins chasing in there, and also, we, as I said before, the Frenchies and the South Africans are coming in hot.
Yeah, this is a great little battle. Expect for Alexander Cole from the Stars and Stripes of America to make their presence felt. We're approximately 20 metres away, and you see at the moment they start to find their own clean water. That tide has dropped, waves are breaking out the back. Now we're almost 4 abreast at the moment. It's still Morris from Australia in 1. The big move. The legs will come into play here. Working hard, trying to get over the top. Won't get there. Morris won't get there either. All of a sudden, the danger comes from behind.
Yeah, Zach Morris really needs to get up and get going. He milked that as hard as he can, but he might get this little one. Oh, he's done very well, and he deserves it. He led that whole way. Joe Collins is going to have to fight for that 2nd position as well, because you've also got his teammate of Clark there, and also Kosh not too far away.
Yeah, that's the opportunity of being out in front. You give yourself first opportunity of waves coming in as well. Zach Morris, he set up in that first 15 to 20 metres, dictated and controlled the race with Joey Collins around, but then executed his skill set back in the beach. It's maximum points, 20 points for Australia. Good battle for the minor place. Well, Joe Collins, I think, may sneak in in 2, then goes back to actually Kosh there potentially in 3. Clark is 4. Great battle here for the minor places. South Africa sneaking in as well.
Yeah, they did a fantastic swim there, didn't they? They weren't too far behind. They just the New Zealanders and the Australians, they just got to that wave zone just a little bit quicker than the French and also the South African there. But here we have Great Britain. They've been so strong over this whole week. He's doing very, very well.
Yeah, looks like Alexander Cole from the Stars and Stripes coming in. Tommy Leggett from Great Britain as well. But you spoke about this earlier from Josh from the beach. You spoke about the drop in tide. It's short, it's sharp, and it's definitely entertaining.
Oh, it is definitely entertaining. It is very, very hard on their legs. And remember, this isn't their first race of the day. A lot of them are up to their 3rd day of racing. They could be up to 20, 30, 40 races by now across the pool, beach, and the ocean. So they're going to be stinging, and I'm really looking forward. I think in a moment, we might actually... we can actually move on to our winner, Zach Morris, with Josh and all the news.
Thank you, Courtney. There, first race of the day, first win and first blood for Australia. Must feel pretty good.
Yeah, it's only the start. We've got plenty more races to go, so hopefully we can follow it up and win majority of the other events as well.
Are you feeling the pressure? Obviously, the expectations high with the Australian team. The Kiwis are very, very good, as well as the rest of the world. How tough is that for you?
Oh, I don't really get too fussed about all that stuff. I'm pretty relaxed, so I just go out there and swim, and if I come in first, I come in first.
What about the load after the last 2 days? The pool events, straight into this sort of thing. 3 days of racing now. How are the legs feeling?
Oh, I did nothing, to be honest, on the first day, and I just did 2 50-metre sprints yesterday, so I was semi-fresh, so yeah, it didn't really matter. Jimmy's had a bigger load than me, so Jimmy would be feeling it more than me.
Tell us about the rivalry between yourselves and the Blackfins.
Well, just the rivalry between me and Joe is big, but now he's Kiwi, yeah, we butt heads all the time. No, you love him.
We love it. Zach Morris, winner of the surf race here. First blood for the Australians.
Yeah, it's our finals on day one of the Ocean for those of the Open, and we can see on the screen here, on the split screen at the moment now on the main screen, he really set that race up in the first third. I talk about surf race being three parts. You start the middle section, but then really the execution under fatigue, this third part, really critical.
Yeah, Josh and I spoke about this morning with Zach Morris. He is so fast and furious that if you let him get away and turn that last can and get onto the break, he's going to be incredibly difficult to do. And I think Zach's really noticing that about his racing. He is so fast, and he's really, really using it a really big asset in his racing.
And we saw the battle for second and third there as well, and how points were at a premium. So well done, Joe Collins in 2, and James Kosh, our 2022 champion, in third place. Another podium finish. For the males, we now go to that of the females. It's the Open Women's Surf Race. National teams, World Championship lining up. Once again, a super quality field. And, it's interesting because we take our pool swimmers to now put them in the environment that we have with a bit of chop as well. And they'll come with the 4. Now, Lana Rogers took out semi-final number 1 from a great Japanese competitor of Sara Tazaki. She won numerous national, we know her personally as well. She's got one of the best smiles on the beach as well, Sara Tazaki. Olivia Corrin, look out for her. She was in 3rd. Samantha Tata was in 4th. And French Rosé was there in position 5 in semi-final number 1. Now, number 2, look at this, the danger for my liking. Naomi Scott from Australia. Margot as well from France. USA of Cummings. Germany Holt, what a story of Nina Holt. Only a matter of a few weeks ago, represented Germany at the Olympics in that of Paris. Broke a record, a minimum 1, could have been 2 records after yesterday in the pool as well. Germany's up and about, but it's transferring that flat water speed to that of the surf for young Nina.
Yeah, absolutely. And it is different as we see the results of the men's just on the screen right there, and the girls would have been watching and getting a few tips from their teammates, but it certainly is different swimming. The pool to the ocean, it feels different, it is different, everything about it's different, and it's very, very interesting. I know I've done a few races up against the Campbell sisters when we've done Noosa Try, and it's completely different. It's really quite funny speaking to some of the pool swimmers, just the difference, and they're used to that black line, and the ocean swimmers obviously used to a little bit of the black line, but no, the sand and the fish on the bottom.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. It's probably the skill sets, all the other processes that are involved, and from the start line, it's the ability to run, the ability to wade, to porpoise, and then negotiate and pick up breaks coming well, but also the ability to swim in a crowd in open water swimming. So there they are lined up. Lana Rogers, right-hand side of the screen, one of the favourites. She looks so focused and outstanding. Hands down the best competitor, water competitor last year. And shown that through the professional series. And here we go, the girls are up and about. Lana Rogers front and centre, and Naomi Scott. A few potholes to negotiate as well there, Courtney.
Talking about the fastest starter in the men's, Naomi Scott has shown time and time again she is the quickest starter in that women's surf race. She's so fast. We saw her in the beach sprint a little bit earlier this morning, which we'll see her later today in the beach sprint, but long legs, long stroke. She's definitely been one of the best swimmers so far, and she's one of the only people, I guess, at the moment who's really given Lani Pallister a really good nudge over the last few years. So she's doing very well on that northern side, and her teammate Lana Rogers just on the inside.
Wow, what a bit of this. I don't know what they had for breakfast this morning, but the Australians are up and about. They are absolutely dominating. Very similar to that of Zach Morris in the Open male surf race we saw only a matter of 5 minutes ago. But Joey Collins had the opportunity to go with. At the moment, it's Naomi Scott in 1, Lana Rogers right up there as well. It's a 1-2 punch for the female ladies of Australia.
And you can see they're bouncing up and down. So it's really showing how choppy and windy it is out there. So some of the swimmers with the nicer stroke, we talked about the pool swimmers, will maybe be struggling a little bit. And the best advice I would probably give them is just chop in, be messy, be aggressive out there. Do not worry about trying to do a nice long stroke. It's really just trying to rip in and really shorten those strokes. And you'll see, as I said before on the men's race, you'll see the little kick just jump on in when they go past that second string.
Yeah, most important. I think what happens is you find they'll increase their cadence a little bit. Now remember, this swell, we're looking at 6 or 7 wave period difference from one wave to the next, the swell of the wave. So it's important to maintain that body speed as they head out towards the second string of cans. It's Australian 1 and 2 at the moment. Looks like young Molly from New Zealand tucked in with Olivia Corrin as well. So 1-2 Australia, 3-4 to that of New Zealand. Then we go back. It looks like potentially the Stars and Stripes of America also making their presence felt. But if you are close enough in the wave zone, you're good enough if you've got the skill set.
Absolutely. We just saw Olivia Corrin go around there. She didn't have the best turn around the can, and she's actually on Naomi Scott's, Lana Rogers, should I say, feet, but now she's just backed off a little bit there. So that was a little bit of a mistake there by Olivia Corrin. So she's really going to want to charge and get back on their feet there, because, as I said, once they get onto that wave zone, whoever's in front, they're going to have that best opportunity. As I said, look at those runs, Ty, coming through.
Yeah, and it's a little bit harder. Obviously, in the water, greater resistance when you're swimming compared to the skis and the boards. But the importance of your legs, you'll see the legs really starting to come in when they sort of go from the trough of the wave up to the peak. They'll drive their legs to try and milk the wind swell like they are on a board. So it's Australian 1-2 at the moment, and you can see the move now. Naomi Scott, right-hand side, tucked into that of Lana Rogers, to making her presence felt. But what about the move in New Zealand, far left-hand side? Is this a tactical manoeuvre to try and pick up some swell?
Yeah, it looks like it might be Holly going off to the north there. I think she's seeing something. She might have seen a little bit of a wave that she saw in the men's, and also she might want a little bit of a shorter run coming through, but the Australians out there in front. You see, actually, USA, she's looking very, very good as well. We also have France in there too. So USA, she's looking really, really strong.
Yeah, looks like Tata from USA. Now, I love the work position 3. Now, this is all determined on what happens in the wave zone, because Olivia Corrin is close enough. She trains with the 2 Australian girls pretty much day in, day out as well. But Australia 1-2. The big decision, where are the swells and who'll be on a swell building? Legs will come in now. Corrin trying to pull over the top. Corrin won't get there. It looks like Scott may get there. No. Lana Rogers, I think, will stand first. Rogers is up. Looks behind. Quick little bow peak from Rogers. Now the long legs come into play.
Yeah, the long legs are up and going. And you see Naomi Scott, she actually was just in front and she got that little wave and worked really hard, but it fizzled out. So she got herself in a really unfortunate position. We've just seen Olivia Corrin or Holly go down there. So Lana Rogers is going to take this out. Naomi Scott's going to look to get to that second. New Zealand not too far behind.
Yeah, Rogers in 1. Olivia Corrin absolutely flying home for second, just ahead of Naomi Scott. Back to another New Zealand there as well. Young Molly picking up 4th. Sara Tazaki, the best smile on the beach, coming for Japan. What a performance from the young lady from Japan.
Oh, she's incredible. Sorry, Sara. I actually called her, looked like USA coming in there, but of course, Sara, she's a phenomenal swimming coming through. And I tell you what, Ty, with Olivia Corrin coming through past Naomi Scott there, points were lost in that moment.
Yeah, obviously 20 points for win to 18 to 16 to 14, then individual points down to that of 1 as well. And this is finals day. It's been a big 2 days of racing competition. You see every position counts. You see the Czech Republic coming in just ahead of that of Canada as well. Points at a premium, but it's a 1-2 punch in the open male surf race and the open females. Advantage Australia at the moment. Obviously a few points behind New Zealand from the pool events for day 1 and 2. But let's get on the beach now with our winner, with Josh Minogue.
That's right. I'm here with Lana Rogers. She's having an absolute blast down here. Does it feel a little bit better to get in the surf after being in the pool the last 2 days?
Definitely. Luckily, I didn't have much to do in the pool. I was just there to support, and it's good to just have a good hit out. That was really good, especially do it for Australia.
What does it mean to wear that green and gold cap?
So special. It's the first time for me ever. I've been waiting to get this cap and this number for 9 years, so I'm just embracing everything and I'm absolutely loving it.
Talk to me about the tactics beforehand. Obviously, yourself and Naomi Scott, you want to work together to beat the Kiwis in there. Is there much talk about that, or you just do your own thing?
Not really. You know, we all train together at the end of the day, and I knew Naomi and I just decided we were going to get out hard and quick, work that bank. We both got long legs, so just wanted to take advantage of that, and we managed to pull that off.
Surf race win, beach relay coming up. How are you feeling about that?
See how the legs are. Fingers crossed. How about that?
Lana Rogers, surf race champ. Congratulations.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, great job to Lana Rogers. And normally we talk about a triple crown in ocean women racing and that of iron person racing as well. She has the opportunity to go for the 4-peat this year as well. So look for that for the Inter Club next week. But obviously Lana Rogers, but they dictate the race nice and early. I love the way they're starting that first third of the race, Team Australia.
Yeah, and it is so tricky out there. I don't think we can see from the drone shot just those potholes, how awful they are. And the athletes doing really, really well. The athletes who actually got out the best, they've really found that sand and pulled it across. And here we go. We can see this is the hardest bit. Obviously, 3 athletes going into that first string and just getting all tied up.
Yeah, back to beach. I saw a good move from Olivia Corrin as well, tucked up there in third. I think pound for pound the swimming, should be confident with that swim, knowing that if she's close enough, she's good enough as well for future races.
Oh, definitely. You've seen Lana Rogers and Amy Scott. They've been up the front every single swim and every single Iron Woman or individual swim. So for Olivia Corrin, she's also a phenomenal swimmer as well. But to be right there and to have that wonderful sprint finish that she did, she really went right till the end there. So all the girls are looking good. And as Lana said before, it's a big day just trying to get through every single event as best they can.
And obviously it's the big stage as well. So it's Lana Rogers' first time in the national team coming away to a World Championships. Olivia Corrin's been there before, had that bit of experience. But I know she's savouring the moment, Lana Rogers. I saw her in the beach relay heats earlier today. And it's great to see, isn't it, when you got the water athletes up in beach relay.
Oh, amazing. And she said, she's waited 9 years to get into this team. So, and she's making the most of every moment. As we look on screen, so Lana Rogers get the gold medal, Olivia Corrin, Naomi Scott, Molly. Molly's been doing very, very well. We saw her in the Iron Woman earlier this morning. Sarah Tazaki, she does have the best smile. Kelsey Cummings from USA, she was right there. Nina Holt from Germany, right up there. We have Margot from France. She's fantastic. She was actually third at bronze medal at Adelaide, should I say. And then we move on to South Africa and Belgium, who have been right up there the whole time.
Isn't it magnificent to see, 7th place there, Nina Holt, I remember 3 weeks ago, racing in Paris at the Olympic stage and that of swimming. I think it was a 4x100 as well. Broke records in the pool last couple of days. And the colours of the nations around, from Italy to Great Britain, USA, to the Czech Republic, Canada, and wrapping up there in 20th position, that of Spain. That is our first two of the finals package. What a day it's been here. It is day one of the Ocean for the Opens. We are now heading to the B final of the Open Women's Beach Sprint. B final coming up. And once again, points at a premium. 8 will be in the A final, 8 will be in the B final. As they line up now, we can see each nation allowed to have 2 competitors that can step up. And Maria Jones here, what a performer in the pool she's been the last 2 days. An experienced campaigner, has been a few years out of the Australian team, has come back looking here in the B final to pick up some extra points for that of Australia. In position 2, we'll see Cotter from Germany, Canada. McDonald will be in the mix as well. Look out for Japan, position 4 here of Ishiguro. Then we go to Tar from South Africa. Didn't have a phenomenal day, the South Africans, yesterday in reference to the youth in the female beach sprint and beach sprint relay. Wiggins from Great Britain, Maddie Kidd from New Zealand, and Anna there from France. It is the B final. 8 will go in. Big points up for grabs for the nations.
Oh, it is. Even though it is a B final, these girls are all incredible athletes. Only just missed that A final, and points are on offer. We've got Mariah out there, so she's going to be in that lane number 1 on screen. Anna from France there, so she's getting ready to go, looking very, very, that might actually be Japan, sorry. Yeah, it was Japan. we flipped over into the middle, and yeah, these girls have had a big day, back-to-back, so explosive athletes, so they'll be really looking to get as many points, because whoever finishes first off in this, 9th, still really, really high points.
And it's a fast track. I can tell you it is a fast track. And the sand here, the golden sands of the Gold Coast of Kurrawa Beach, are nothing but magnificent. They're now in the starters, set position. And away we go. Great little start from the Japanese in the centre as well. You can see now starting to make her presence felt from South Africa. South Africa is up and about at the moment. Jenna Tar from South Africa. The confidence from the youth of yesterday coming to fore and flying home. The France there, I'll say Anna on the outside as well. We'll leave that with the judges, but I believe South Africa, that of Jenna Tar, will take out the B final. Just ahead of that, Anna there from France, very, very tight for third, but points at a premium.
Yeah, that was very, very close. I'm sure they're going to be getting on their screens there, their iPads, just having a little look and seeing whose chest came across first there. So it's it's going to be the nervous wait for the girls waiting for those results.
Let's have the replay here, and it was out of the blocks. So the first 5 to 10 metres, you can see South Africa there of Tar really set this race up. And I love the move from top end of screen. The young lady from France, Anna from France, coming home, absolutely flying. I'd probably say that could be Ishiguro from Japan. May sneak in for third. We're just off the line as we speak. 1, 2, 3. Potentially that of Ishiguro from Japan in third, and McDonald from that of Canada potentially in fourth. They'll replay on the iPads, doing a wonderful job, the officials. And the other thing I love about the officials, they're from all around the world. Had a great opportunity to have a chat to a German official this morning, along with Sweden, and they're enjoying this moment at the World Lifesaving Championships just as much as the athletes.
Oh, it's fantastic. As we said, all over the world. They travelled far and wide to get here, so it's here we have. So we've got they're just getting their numbers in now. So one of the officials got their hand up in the air, and the girls, it's a nervous wait, isn't it? Because you can kind of look to the side and kind of guess where you are, but sometimes you can be completely wrong. So it's going to be really, really interesting, especially those 1, 2, 3 placings. So we're looking to see Jenna Tar look like she was
It's a little bit different
clear
to a beach relay because you're waiting at, we're our changeovers clean. At least this is just one direction.
Yes.
And then we have our winner, Jenna Tar from South Africa. The smile comes on the dial of Jenna Tar. Congratulations, you are the B final winner here at the 2024 Lifesaving World Championships. day one of the Ocean for the Opens. And we'll have an interview very shortly with that of Jenna Tarr. Second was that of Team France. Congratulations. Japan of Ishiguro picking up that of third. And I love the way they race. They just respect the whole environment and the gratitude of being at the World Championships. Canada picking up fourth. Big points here. That was a really good run from Maddie Kidd from New Zealand. Obviously, we'll block some points to that of Mariah Jones from Australia as well. Great Britain coming through, great performance. Germany of Cotter picking up seventh. And our pool rescue superstar coming there from Jones from Australia as well. Let's get on the beach now with Josh Minogue with our South African winner.
I'm here with Jenna. B final, good points for the South Africans. You've got to be happy with that.
Yeah, I'm stoked to get some points on the table. Anything to do to get those extra points.
And the team's been going fantastically this morning. Great job for the guys in the water and backing it up with the beach.
Yeah, I know we've got an awesome team going this year. We've got our juniors did phenomenally on the beach these last 2 days. So we're just trying to come out and make them proud.
Congratulations on the win in the B final.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, outstanding for the B final. Now we line up for the A final, and he's nothing but pure class. In particular, look out for the Australian representative. This is her home beach. She knows every grain on the sand. Dad is in the crowd as well. Her sister's there as well. But I love this. I love seeing that of Iran and also Egypt. From the right-hand side, we'll have Egypt. We'll then have Australia. Then we'll have Great Britain, Ireland, Iran, New Zealand, the USA, Belgium, and France lining up. Look for the move, bottom second. There we go. Brittany Inga, second for the right-hand side, off to an absolute flyer. Irving as well from New Zealand. That's New Zealand of Irving. Look at Irving go from the Black Fins of New Zealand.
Wow, she has blown that run out of the water. She looked incredible right from the start, and there was no one that was going to catch her in that beach run.
Wow, Brianna Irving from the Black Fins of New Zealand have shot one straight over the bow to Australia. She took out semi-final number one. And Brittany Inga from Australia took out semi-final number two. And it's very hard to determine in terms of the pace of each semi-finals. But the smile says it all for the young lady from New Zealand, Brianna Rome Irving. What a moment on the big stage. We go back 2 years ago, was taken out by EJ Elizabeth Forsyth from Australia. But what a performance from the Black Fins of New Zealand.
Oh, congratulations. That was a phenomenal effort. And you can just see she's just been handed a towel. That's actually a wet towel just to cool herself down. And here's that replay. Look, she's out there in the middle and she was, I guess, catch me if you can.
Yeah, I just love, we talk about from the sockets to the pockets of the hands as well. Good lean forward coming through and good knee drive. But that is a dominant performance about world class of Brittany Inga coming in second as well. Great start, bottom of screen from Regal from Egypt as well. They're up and about. Look out for them in the female beach relay a little bit later on. Super tight for 4th, 5th and 6th. But it was her stage. It was her moment, Brianna Irving.
Yeah, she's really got some pace to use, hasn't she? She looked like she could have kept going too for maybe 200, 400 metre run then. So she's, it doesn't even look like she's puffing too much. She did that very easy and a well-deserved win. That was she definitely knows she's won that. There was no one beside her when she finished. And I'll have a look at the extra places after that. Brittany looks like she was going to be the runner-up. And yeah, I'm excited to see those beach relays.
Very, very impressive from Irving. Really stepped up to the big stage and the big moment as well. And now we've got Oscar for New Zealand coming up. He's running very, very well. It's going to be a red-hot field for the male A final coming up very shortly. But confidence is a wonderful thing. And ladies and gentlemen, there we have it. In terms of the Lifesaving World Championships 2024 National Teams Open Day 1. Brianna Irving from New Zealand, maximum points. And what a performance.
Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing on screen in a moment. We'll get Josh to have a little interview with Brianna. She, just really want to hear what she has to say there because that was just incredible. And it must give her a lot of confidence, not only winning, but winning by a good margin across 100 metres. It was, a real dominant performance. So she's definitely an asset for that New Zealand team.
Yeah, particularly leading up to Indy Club next week as well. But let's go down the beach. The Smiles are on the dials, down with Josh Minogue.
Yeah, Smiles lighting up the beach sprint track just like she did in that final. Unbelievable performance there, Brianna. Must feel good to get one for the Kiwis.
Oh yeah, I'm absolutely stoked. I've watched the Kiwis smash the pool for the last 2 days, so I'm really glad to be on the beach and show them why I'm in the team as well.
Is there a little bit of nerves heading into that final?
Yeah, definitely a whole lot of nerves. But I managed to pull through, and nerves are always good, so.
Be a world champion, that's something special.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. Massive thank you to my team, James Mortimer and Morgan Hutchings from Auckland. I couldn't do it without you guys, so.
Beach relay still to come. How does that go? You get a couple of the water competitors to come in. Do you really feel the pressure there?
I think the water competitors feel a little bit more pressure than me, but I think they'll do awesome and I'm really looking forward to it.
World champion has a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, I could use that.
Great job, Josh, and a huge congratulations to Brianna from New Zealand, the Black Fins as well. And one for the Kiwis. There you have it, number 1 there, Brianna from New Zealand, maximum points. Brittany Inga, strong performance from this trainer as well, but just couldn't get there. But what about this for 3rd place? Regal from Egypt. What a moment for the nation of Egypt. France was in 4th, Great Britain in 5, USA Galotti in 6, Horton and that of Rostami from Iran. Great spread of countries, but it was her stage, Brianna Irving.
Oh yeah, she spoke so naturally, didn't she? Very humble, and she. I like what she said about nerves are a good thing. So she, getting those, you can kind of let them, I guess, take over the nerves. But she really said, you know what, I'm going to use this extra energy, professional, and that's why she came through the win in the end. Yeah,
and for a lot of these athletes as well, it's the first time on a national team and also on the big stage as well, as the male B final coming up. From the right-hand side, Great Britain, France, the Netherlands, Argentina, Canada, Germany, and that of Spain. The white caps of Argentina up and about. It has been nothing but pure quality at the moment, but it's France off to a good start. The top of screen, the man from Spain, he's up and about.
Oh, wow, look at them go. They're really, as you said, pockets to sockets. That's definitely what's happening there at the moment. But I reckon it would have been more so the top end of the beach there. So we'll have to wait and see those results.
Marco Jimenez from that of Spain. What a performance. We're taking the 8 away from the A final. 9th best in the team's world championship right here. What a moment in the big stage. So close to making the final. Finished 5th in the semi-final. Just fell short in making that A final. But there's no better way to bounce back than taking out the B final. Absolutely.
He certainly would have been a little bit disappointed with not making that A. But he went out there. That didn't worry him. And again, winning this B means you get 9th overall, so very, very good points.
Yeah, all the speed of the start was down the bottom. A great start from the young Frenchman who got up and about Florian. But as the distance went on, away he came into his own form. And really that backhand speed from that of Jimenez from Spain really set that up. Very tight for that from Germany of Lafleur, potentially sneaking there. Canada, a Haylog maybe potentially 3rd as well. And the Dutch of Stolzer was close enough, potentially 4th. Unofficial, we'll leave that with the judges. But there's the man at the moment, the B final champion.
He's really waiting to celebrate, isn't he? Just to get the results, and then you can have that celebration. So
I love the colours, I love the caps as well. We had this discussion yesterday,
yes,
didn't we, about what was the best cap. There's so many great caps out there, and a huge congratulations to the nation as well. Here we go, B final, overall placings, first to that of Spain.
I think Egypt's my favourite cap. It's the black.
There we go. Spain in 1 and coming a bit tight in the second. We'll pick them up at the moment. Germany, I believe, in 2nd. Lafleur of Germany. Canada will pick up that of 3rd place for the B final. And the semi-finals we saw earlier today, it is red hot. And looking forward to the A final coming up very shortly. From the Netherlands, Roelof Stotzer. He's a big frame man. Also picking up there Florian from France out of the blocks very, very well. And our 2 boys from Argentina. But let's go down to our B final champion with Josh.
Yeah, we're down here, winner of the B final. Must feel pretty good to win that.
Thank you so much. It's grateful to stay here. The first semi-final was so hard, but well, we're enjoying the competition.
And you got the beach relay coming up later?
Yeah, finally, and run fast.
Yeah, I love it. And have you got anything to say to the fans back at home?
Que os quiero mucho a todos los de España. Un beso.
We love it. The Spaniards are having a great time down here, winner of the B final.
Magnificent, great job. And got the language back home as well, the Spanish language back home. And for those viewing right around the globe with us, a big welcome to the 2024 Lifesaving World Championships on the golden sands of Kurrawa Beach in Australia. We now line up for what is the A final, the Open Men Beach Sprint. And I'll be honest, Courtney, I don't know where to go here. It's a quality field. Right-hand side, 2 representatives from that of Egypt. What a moment on the big stage for Egypt. Look out for Connor Kanar, the young boy from that of the USA. Up and about as well. South Africa, Jason Goff as well. Away we go at the moment. Goff starting to make his presence felt in the centre. Kanar there as well. It's Goff, Kanar, New Zealand, Oscar Smith. Oh, I tell you what, they can do it in the females. They can also do it in the males. Oscar Smith, take a bow for New Zealand Blackfins.
Oh, that was a phenomenal finish, wasn't it? It was so powerful. I think he even got quicker towards the end. And I tell you what, for the minor placings, no idea. That was a blanket finish, wasn't it?
The back-end speed of Oscar Smith was unbelievable. I think if he knew he's done the work, if he was close enough, you know he's good enough to come over the top of those short, sharper starters. All the work from the start was potentially down the bottom from Team Egypt, and also Connor Kanar, the young man from the United States of Stars and Stripes. Watch Kanar third from the bottom. Out of the blocks very, very well, and the Egyptians down the bottom as well. But wait for the move. Look at this, third from the top. He's back in 6th position. All of a sudden, the back-end speed of Oscar Smith in the last 20 metres, unbelievable, and you are our world national champion.
Oh, congratulations. That back-end finish, he must have so much fitness, so much power towards the end there. And everyone else, you've seen a few bodies just flying over the top there. They really put everything into this. So we'll have to wait and see for the minor medals in that. It'll be really, really interesting. I don't think anyone has any idea, but that man on screen right now, he knows, and he has just taken that one out.
Wow, we spoke about Brianna and the efforts of Brianna taking out the open female sprint only a matter of minutes ago. Now Oscar, confidence is a wonderful, and this is what builds the confidence ball. When I talk about a little sand grain that starts building, all of a sudden turns into a snowball, and you get this big sand ball rolling down the beach of confidence. And New Zealand Blackfins, of day one of the ocean, the finals package are up and about with 2 maximum point wins. And Oscar Smith, what a performance. I knew coming into this competition he had good form. He won the under-19 nationals in New Zealand and also won the Opens only a matter of 4 to 5 months ago. He's still very, very raw. He's only a young man, 19 years of age. Does a fair bit of training competition over here in Australia as well. I believe at the Northcliffe Club just up the road. But what a performance in the back end of that race. Taking nothing away from Jason Goff in Australia as well. He put himself in every position halfway down the track. But it was the last third that paid the bills.
Yeah, certainly. It is the right end of the race that you need to be out in front. But yeah, young man, only 19, and he's off to a very good start. Doing the double at your country's championships is a phenomenal effort to do the 19s in the Open. So we'll definitely look forward to seeing a lot from him in this very near future. And I'm sure after we do a replay and get these positions, I'm sure we'll get an interview from Josh down there. I know he'd be very keen to see what's going on, see how he's feeling.
Oscar, there's a bit of relief you can see in the mind
Definitely,
too, because
yes.
You're stepping up as an under-19 to the Open division now, and you know it's a big stage, and you're representing your national country as well, and the great history of track runners that we've had come through from the Blackfins of New Zealand as well. And your fellow teammates, she's just taken out the female race, a couple of minutes earlier. And we see the officials who do a wonderful job. Sort of replay on the right-hand side. Let's look from third from the top end. Was a little bit slow out of the blocks and was back in 5th position. Now Maisie at the 4th position. Over halfway now, and Oscar Smith just stamps his authority. Wow, what a performance there. Super tight for 2nd, 3rd and 4th.
Gosh, I don't know. Who do you think?
Wow, that is super tight. Potentially, I might say, Connor Kanar, the Stars and Stripes, and what a great story. Mum and Dad are here as well. His brother's actually the videographer for the US team
That's
as well.
Incredible.
He's a great young boy. He's a lifeguard over in that of America as well. If he can pick up 2nd here, it's the first time Mum and Dad have ever been to the beautiful Golden Sands of Australia and well, and they are absolutely loving it. So have a look here now. Oscar Smith just waiting for the final positions. Here we go. Position 1, our world champion for our Open Teams National, Oscar Smith from New Zealand. Well done. Take a bow. 2nd place. This will be very, very interesting. Is it the Stars and Stripes of Connor Kanar? What a moment be for Mum and Dad John as well. 2nd, it is Connor Kanar. And he's a great young man from Stars and Stripes USA. Super tight now. Remember, this is big points for New Zealand. Oh, South Africa, what a performance. Boyson, he showed phenomenal form through the rounds of heats and quarterfinals and semi-final. Will pick up 3rd place. South Africa up and about again in the beach arena. We then go back to 4th position. I see the excitement from Boyson, Samuel Boyson from South Africa. Let's go to the beach now with Josh, with our winner, Oscar Smith.
Oscar's just getting celebrated down here. Talk to me about that one. 5th place at halfway. What were you thinking?
Well, it wasn't good. Not much of a starter, but trusted my race, and yeah, it turned out pretty well.
Pretty well is an understatement. What's it feel like to be world champion?
It's amazing. It was great to see my teammate as well before me, and that amped me up.
And that final there, we saw the heats and semis. It was the most competitive race we've seen all day. Must feel good to get that one done.
Yeah, it was good. A lot of tough competition out there, and congratulations to all the boys.
And the Blackfins really needed a couple of points there, and you guys have delivered on the sand.
Yeah, mate, yeah.
Love it. Good luck for the rest of the day.
Cheers.
Great job, Josh, and great job to Oscar as well. And it's a 1-2 punch from the Kiwis, the New Zealand Blackfins as well. Maximum points, open female beach sprint and open male beach sprint as well, as we now go down to the water's edge. It is the B final of the open men's board rescue. I love this event. It's a team event, it's a swim, it's a board, and it's a combination of coming home together.
Oh, it is. And we saw that this morning. It is so important to make sure you're in stride, going the same strokes coming in, because just trying to pick up those little runners, they're going for a little runner into a wave, and we saw that so many times. So we are off for a start in this men's B final.
Yeah, from right to left we have Belgium, Germany, Switzerland, so great to see as well, Canada, Spain, the Netherlands, Argentina, and that of Norway as well, up and about. And it's the skill set. It's short, it's sharp, but the skill sets of running, we can see now starting to porpoise. How hard is it, Courtney, to negotiate these waves one after each other?
Well, I think the best way to describe it is when you're doing any type of sport, you need to breathe more. So your heart rate's up, you need to get the oxygen in. So can you imagine, you're trying to get more air in than, when you're just sitting here or walking. And you've got to go under waves. So it's incredibly hard when you come back up. And also you've got to make sure that you take a breath where the whitewash is not going to be into your mouth, essentially, because that can obviously start coughing. It can be really, really difficult to continue swimming. But all the men out there have done really, really well. I still like the northern side. I've said that since yesterday morning. We've also got Belgium really, really going out strong, and Germany not too far behind as well, and they've made the most of that northern side.
Yeah, you see right-hand side, that's the northern side, that's Team Belgium at the moment, and tucked next to them are Germany as well. And down the southern end, that'll be Argentina and that of the Netherlands. And the other thing too is one to negotiate the short break, but you want the shortest path you can. So each competitor's allocated a colour can, sometimes very difficult to see your own colour.
Yeah, absolutely. We just see Argentina there with the white cap on. He's actually got to go a little bit further down, so he might have gone accidentally a little bit far left, so he's going to lose a few metres there. But we just see just on top there could be Belgium is up first, Germany's second arm up, and they might have the middle, might be Netherlands maybe out there third, so they're going to be off and away to collect their patient.
Yeah, great swim leg from that of Team Belgium up on that top left-hand screen at the moment. Now they get the opportunity to rest. They now become the patient to be rescued by that of the board putter. Now the board putters start to make their way out as well. It's a good move. Looks potentially I see that as Spain in position 5, making great progress in the centre.
Yeah, and as I'm just looking at all the men bunny hopping going out there, we've got a really low tide. So coming in, we just see some of the competitors. I tell you what, you go 5 metres forward, 5 metres back. So they're going to want to get out and make sure they punch through that Kurrawa shore dump there. But as we can, one of the competitors, unfortunately,
looks like Norway's lost their board, unfortunately. And look at that colours of that board. What can you say about those colours?
We definitely know that's Shannon Eckstein, don't we? So that's a special board right there. But as we see, we've still got Belgium out in front there doing very, very well, and they've really got to get on. Yeah, there we go. Up and away, leg over. We'll see they're going to go the traditional, both on their stomachs, both paddling the same strokes there.
Yeah, typifies the great rescue technique right around the beautiful globe of that of the board rescue picking up. Now, that to me, this is where it'll be won and lost. Now, we can see here that the team Spain at the moment opting for one to lie down, one to nil. We do see difference in teams coming home, but it's whatever works best for you to get you back to shore, stick to it and put it on.
Absolutely. I think they're all as fast as each other. It just depends. You and your partner need to be in sync. And we just saw just on screen for Spain, they look like they had a good runner just behind them. So they milked it as much as they can. And they've actually come down. They've done so well. They've just rolled over.
And we saw yesterday in the youth female females, Team Spain taking out, and what an emotional win it was for Team Spain as well. We can see the board paddler. They were almost there. I think they've done enough to take out that of the B final, and a huge congratulations. Team looks like coming through now, Belgium potentially in that of seconds. They need to cross the line with both competitors holding the craft of the rescue equipment of the board, and down they come. We had a great interview with both these Spanish competitors this morning, and they are just so happy to be here on the world stage representing their nation.
Yeah, they did very well. They looked a little bit disappointed to miss that A final, but they certainly did so well then. And I think they learnt actually from that last semi. They actually tried to both get back on the board, but this time they actually split. Had the board paddler board paddling, and then the swimmer actually body surfing. So that went really well. Yeah,
teams coming across now, we can see as well, and we can see Germany now crossing about Belgium there as well. So great performance from that of Team Belgium and Germany. We can see they're getting pushed Switzerland. Well done to Team Switzerland coming in. We see they get pushed a little bit to the right-hand side of the screen. That's the northeast wind pushing towards the right-hand of the screen for the competitors then to run back to the finish line. Yeah, you can definitely say that. It's so strong. And we see a few different techniques there. Both of the teams there seems to be, they're both bunny hopping. So there's a couple of things you can do there. And we'll definitely see in this next A final. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if it comes down to sprint finish. It's whatever team is most tactical. So we'll just see. I'll tell you what a great performance. It was the B final of the board rescue, and I think we have Team Spain on the beach.
I'm here with the Spanish boys. They did a great job in there, but you were just saying, Carlos, you were disappointed with the semi-final this morning and being in the B final?
Yeah, we have a really cool wave, and we nose diving, and with that wave, we're going to be on the A final.
How did you go turning the attitude around for the final?
Can you repeat, please?
How did you go turning around for the final and getting ready to go?
¿Cómo crees que has llegado a la piscina y cómo estás?
I'm good on the pool, but I also train beach because I'm the other person with my partner Alonso.
Yeah. Oh, we love it. Perfect, boys. The Spanish boys are on fire down here. Then they've won the B final. They're having a blast.
They're having a blast. I think the smiles say it all as well. Look at the boys. They're up and about. Let's do a replay here. And it was a great start on the far right-hand side of Team Belgium. You see his tall stature, maintained his feet as well across that shore break. Yeah, absolutely. That's going to be really come into play, just trying to, miss those potholes as much as you can. And then we saw Belgium did so well, getting that hand over and really putting his hand up so his board paddler can see. And they really led for most of the way, but it was Spain that came through with the goods in the end there and took that one out. I love the ability for Spain to come home. We saw that with the youth yesterday, the females taking out one lying down, one kneeling. Now that might provide some bit of research information for clubs around the world in terms of what is the most effective and beneficial way to get back to the beach. They really picked up those swells. Will obviously pick up a win yesterday and take out the B final of today as well. I feel like, as you can see on screen there, you've got Spain. Carlos just didn't have time to go back on his belly there. But from watching over these last 2 days with the different techniques, I feel like potentially what the technique that Spain used just before, I feel like they pick up runners very, very well because you've got the strength of the board paddler at the back. So I think it depends on the competitors, who they are, what they do. Are they more specialising in board paddling, swimming? So it's really a personal preference. And we go back now to the start line. This is the A final of the Open Men's Board Rescue, and what a quality field we'd have. On the northern side, we top of scrim, we'll have France. Then we go to South Africa, the USA of Murphy and Cole, Japan of Uno and Azawa. Look out for these. Position 5 and 6, we have a Team Australia and New Zealand next to each other. Zach Morris and Corey Fletcher. Nothing but absolute whippets in and out of the water as well, up against Collins and CT Taylor as well. Great Britain in the mix, and Ireland close to the camera. Away we go. It looks like at the moment it would be that of Zach Morris up against that of Joe Collins. Oh, this is going to be really, really tight, and it'll be mistake-free. All the little intricate things that are going to happen in this race is where it's really going to come down to where it's going to be won and lost. We can see at the moment we've got Zach Morris out in front there, just making a little bit of distance on Joe Collins, but Joe won't let him go too far. Yeah, let's go back 30 minutes ago. They went round 1-2 together in the surf race final as well, with Zach Morris just leading the way of Joe Collins. Almost a carbon copy of what we saw earlier. That is now Zach Morris there on the right-hand side, but Joe Collins is making a big move for the Black Fins.
Yeah, it's really head down, isn't it? And kick, kick, kick. So we've seen that 6-beat kick because it is only a sprint out, and the two of them, they're good mates. I might get sick of looking at each other because they also did the Ocean Man this morning, basically talking the whole way through. So it's going to be very tight. Zach, Joe, they both look like they've taken a very, very strong line out. And then also out there in third, it looks like we might have Great Britain doing very, very well.
And Team France of Kevin and Malay up there as well. But it's Australia and New Zealand and Ding Dong battling 1 and 2 at the moment. The French are coming as well. Wow, look at this. Away they go. Morris hand goes up. Fletcher on the move now. And CT Taylor.
Oh, wow. They were basically identical, weren't they? And as you said then, France are going to put their hand up for third, and we look like South Africa maybe in for fourth. So you can see the men going out there as fast as they can. They're going to slide on, and here we go. See Australia, Corey Fletcher. Oh, he's having to roll. That'll slow him down a little bit.
Yeah, big decision time. Corey Fletcher sneaks through the next one, but he had to sit and proper get through that. Big decision now is where is Corey Taylor from the Black Fins? And we saw Breen as well from Ireland, who had a great start chasing to paddle out to his swimmer. There we go, Australia in 1, Corey Fletcher, and we know the speed of Fletcher across the sand as well.
He is. He's absolutely so fast, and this is a sprint for these board paddlers out here because it's a lot quicker than what we see in the Ocean Man and also their individual board legs. So this is just a full power paddle.
Yeah, I say advantage Australia at the moment. They're bottom of screen. We might pan out and just see it's Australia about to pick up now. They're patient. This is really important. This is where it's going to be won and lost for my liking coming home. The ability to work together. Look at the board speed of that Morris and also that of Taylor. But right behind them is Taylor and also Collins.
Oh, you just saw New Zealand. They just got a really great runner just off that can, but I tell you what, Zach and Corey Fletcher, they are not slowing down. They are not waiting for anyone out there. They want to get this win. They want to win for the team. But New Zealand is certainly not giving up out there. They're just trying to get themselves in stroke, in line at the moment, and it's going to come very close.
Australia in 1, New Zealand in 2. The French top of screen as well. They're not out of this. Here goes, swell building. New Zealand trying. Australia need this. They don't get this, it'll open up. All of Australia, New Zealand lifts. New Zealand may not get there. Australia will get there. I think that's the lead wave. Australia need to come over the top. They're not there. They didn't make it. All of a sudden, top of screen, the French, and coming through, flying through the scenes. That's South Africa. Oh, unbelievable scenes here in the open male board rescue.
Oh, this is certainly not over. As we can see over the other side, that is the French team coming through. So it's really going to come down to a sprint finish. The boys from Australia, see Corey Fletcher coming through, dragging the board. This is going to come right down to the final stage, but Australia, too good. They're going to get there.
Wow, Morris and that of Fletcher will sneak home in 1. I think that could be that of Taylor, along with Collins for New Zealand in 2. The French in 3. What a performance from the French top of screen. Almost got there, Courts. Almost got there. We can see Team New Zealand crossing, potentially in 4th and 5, but they set it up nicely in the swim leg and the board leg. Team Australia.
You just saw on that southern end where Australia and New Zealand were. They both just went into that deep water, and maybe Australia or Fletcher and Morris, they just went back a little bit too early. They really had that wave, but they just went back just a little bit, and that's when they dropped off, and then they really opened up into the danger zone. But we do have Josh Minogue on the beach, so he's going to be there with Corey and Zach.
Relief is the word down here for these boys because that one was a lot closer than it probably should have been. Not as much luck on the way home as you would have liked, Zachy.
Yeah, nah. There's a few ways, but we're stuck in that rippy bit and just keep getting sucked back out, but that's racing. And lucky enough to get up, and I knew I had the longer legs, so I said to Corey, you grab the board, I'll just run.
Could you see the French team? Could you see the South Africans and the Kiwis coming for you?
Yeah. There was that little one that sort of popped up and they just missed it on the other side and it's kind of dying out where we were, and yeah, it was tough. We got 2 pretty big boys on the board, so it's pretty hard to catch those runners and really get to the beach in these conditions.
How much of an event like this is about momentum, and obviously 3 races, 3 wins in the water, you guys are on fire?
Yeah, it's good. We had a great pool guys like the last 2 days, and now we just got to do our job on the beach, and we started off pretty well, so just carry it on.
Love your work, boys. Congratulations, Board Rescue World Champions.
Thank you.
Yeah, cheers.
Yeah, congratulations, Australia, and great execution of board rescue. And we're set up in the swim league. We saw the dominance in the first 50 to 100 metres of Zach Morris. Big swim from Joe Collins, right-hand side as well. Really impressed. That'll do Joe one as a confidence for the upcoming Ocean Man final later on today.
Yeah, definitely. He really came through and really charged out at the end there. And he's, very, very close to two of them there. Zach's obviously just pipped him at the start to get out quicker here, but Corey Fletcher's board paddle was incredible. And take note, he did actually have to roll as well. So for him to recover, got out there first, had a little bit of a break on obviously Corey Taylor there, and they just moved really well.
Look at these visuals, and big shout out to our drone team and camera work. This was great, and almost coming through South Africa, almost pulled through the top of that one. But we can see Australia, they worked hard here, but all of a sudden found a bit of dead water, and they'll fall off the back of this wave. That's what happens when you don't have enough board momentum to get through. It opened the door for New Zealand, but top of screen Team France almost stole it.
Yeah, Australia did very well to come through there, because as you saw that shot before on the drone, you saw how much the waves were so much better and stronger over that north side. So Australia and New Zealand did really well to still hold on to the end there.
Australia in 1, New Zealand in 2, was France in 3, South Africa in 4. But South Africa almost stole that final, coming through Davidson and Kota. If they had just one more stroke, I believe, would have got them on that lead wave, and they would have been on their own. But that is board rescue. USA in 5th. Team Ireland, congratulations to our Savage and Breen. What a great interview we had with them this morning as well. And then Great Britain in 7th. And wrapping up also, we had there in 8th, being that the Japanese team of Azawa Ununo.
Yeah, we still got a massive afternoon to come, don't we? Up next, we've got the Open Women's Rescue Tube Rescue. We'll then move on to the Ocean Man Relay, and after that, we just keep rolling through, right through to the Beach Relays and also the Ocean Ironman and Iron Woman. So plenty of action coming in, and if you're tuning in, thank you so much. It's been a wonderful couple of days, and thank you to SBS for obviously putting this on live. It's been incredible. There's also live heats as well. If you've missed a few results, you can not only replay this and rewind it and watch it again, but you can also look at live heats and make sure you check out your favourite athletes.
We see the great spectacle here at the Gold Coast at the Kurrawa Beach of Queensland, Australia as well, and the cream comes to the fore. They are the best surf sports athletes, life-saving athletes from around our globe, and they have delivered. For the last couple of days, the Open teams have been in pool events, now lining up. Just under 50 countries around our beautiful world as we're lining up now for that at the B final at the Open Women's Rescue Tube Rescue. Courtney, you talk us through this event in terms of the structure and nature of the swim to the rescuer to the carry.
Tough. That's the first word I'm going to start off with. It is really, really tough. So you really want to have a team that is really going to really have your fitness work together, which we've seen that the last few days. But what you need, you need your first swimmer is going to be the patient swimmer. So they swim out by themselves. They don't have anything else. They've just got them there, and they're going to go out like a board rescue. We're just going to wait off the start here. So our first swimmers, they are often racing. So they're going to go for their can. They've all got their selected can that they have. Put their arm over like board rescue, hand up. So their rescuer, which is the second swimmer, is going to come out and get them. Not only are they swimming just themselves, they also have a pair of big flippers. They also have a tube as well, which is going to kind of dangle and follow them from behind. So a really tough swim out, especially when they're going under the whitewash, under waves. It really drags them back. They're going to get out to the can, pick up their first swimmer, which is a patient, pop the tube around. That first swimmer is going to kick as hard as they can. They are not able to stroke. So they are going to be in a perfect streamlined position. That second swimmer, short straw, they're going to really pull hard and they're going to drag their patient in. When they get to the sandbank, they're then going to have two draggers and they're then going to pull that patient, that first swimmer, back in. And that's it. The race is done.
It's a Rescue Tube Rescue. We see a great start from Belgium that were top of screen, and right next to them, Great Britain as well, and that of Spain. So left-hand side at the moment, second from the left-hand side, that's Belgium to that of Great Britain and Spain. But also the Czech Republic, and right next to them, Hong Kong are up and about. That's the red cap third from the right-hand side. What a swim from the young girl from Hong Kong.
Oh, they've been doing so well, and they've always got a smile on their face, their team. They've been looking very, very good, and I really feel they've been getting better as this carnival has been going on. So racing, feeling a bit more confident out there in the swell. But at the moment, it looks like we might actually have the team from Spain coming through. Hong Kong might actually, yes, they've got their hand up first there. So well done to Hong Kong going out there Italy's been out there as well, so it's going to be very tight.
Yeah, we saw the strength of Italy the last 2 days in the pool. Now, big decision, Tom. When do your fins go on? Especially in the context of a bit of a wade and a porpoise. Would you put your fins on early, or would you wait till you get to the deeper water?
Well, the fins, swimming with the fins are pretty quick, but I'd certainly at the moment, because as you just see our Hong Kong competitor just going out there and get hit by one of those waves, if you've got long legs, use them, run as far as you can, pop those flippers on at the end of the bank, as we can see a few competitors actually in the split screen on my screen here. Sorry, not on the main screen, but we see our Hong Kong competitor. She goes under there. She wants to get to the bottom because you can see just getting hit, and you're also going to get that tube hit. It really pushes you back a fair bit.
You see big move now from Italy. That's the blue cup we can see next to that of Hong Kong on the right-hand side. And also far left-hand side, Great Britain starting to make their presence felt as well. So big move, and they dominated the pool rescue events the last 2 days. Team Italy at the moment now showing their strength in swimming. But it's the ability for these swimmers to come home under fatigue is going to be the crucial part of this race.
Yeah, that's why I did start off with that word tough. It is one of the hard races in our surf sports competition. It really, really gets the heart rate off you. As we look over the other side, we actually see it could be Austria and Belgium. They're off to the north side there. They seem to be having a very good run out, as we see on screen right now. We still have Hong Kong out there, as also Italy as well, Czech Republic. So it's going to be very, very tight, but they've got a long way out. They're only halfway at the moment, and the swim back in is the hardest swim of all.
Okay, we've had our swimmer go out now, turns into patient. The tube rescuer now come up. They'll throw the tube round, clip the tube in, and then tow the patient back. Now remember, the patient is not allowed to use their arms. They'll go into a streamlined position. They can utilise their legs as well. Around we go in one. Belgium is up there as well at Italy, so I'll probably say Belgium second from the left-hand side. Great Britain third from the left-hand side. And in position 4, off to a very good start as well, Spain making their presence felt right next to that of Italy.
Yeah, absolutely. I have to say, Italy, the way they got their tube on there was very, very quick. And as we can see, they're really charging away there at the front.
Oh, what a great battle we have here. When they let out early Hong Kong, still in the mix, still sitting third or fourth position at the moment. The red cap tucked in behind that of Italy as well. And you can see the grind there at the moment of Team Italy in front. It's like towing a bus, isn't it? All the way back to the beach with a little block of the ocean to come.
Yeah, absolutely. You put it that way, even though they're not, none of the athletes are heavy, but it's just because they're in that dead water, and as we said before, they're not allowed to actually use their hands, so all they can do is do the kicking. But Italy, we've spoken about them before, they dominated in the pool events, and they really have a squad, a team of a lot of swimmers, so I'm not surprised at all to see them out in front in this one.
And a lot of quality swimmers at that as well for Team Italy. Here we come to the shore break now. Now, some look at the opportunity to get their patient. They'll put on the back of the swimmer to try and pick up a wave. We saw Team New Zealand, the Blackfins in the youth, do a phenomenal team rescue, tube rescue, body surfing performance. Waves building now. Spain trying to come through. This is the wave potential for Italy. Here we go. Italy may get there, try to get there. Not enough. They'll then come to the shore. You can see top left of the screen at the moment. The Curriers starting to get their position. How deep do they come in?
Oh, this is where you have to be really, really tactical. You want to get out there and you want to help your swimmers, your tower especially. They've come a long, long way. So they're all going to be on the bank, and it's where they can lift their legs up and go because, again, remember the swimmer has fins on, so they're going to be quicker. But as we see, I noticed this technique yesterday, actually. They drag the tube. So that's part of the ruling now. They drag the tube, and when they get to shallow enough, they'll actually grab their patient's body, lift them up, here we go right now, and then they'll pull them to shore.
The Curry to take out the B final, and is at the moment Italy in 1. We have Belgium making a big brave move into at the moment. The strain up the beach, you see Curry, the underarm carry or that of the hand carry at the moment. But Team Italy will take out the B final. A huge congratulations to Italy. Great battle in this for the minor places. Look at this for Belgium. They're going to get there. Will they get there? Maybe get there. Team Belgium trying hard.
Oh, they did incredibly well. And to explain how hard it is, you can see that's why all the teams, they're dropping their patient. Oh, here we go.
Hong Kong for the podium. What a performance of Team Hong Kong. They made their swim out first for the transition and pick up a podium finish at B. Spain picking up their 4th and Great Britain in 5th.
And all the girls are absolutely exhausted after that. They're dropping their patience. As soon as they get 1 centimetre over the line, everyone is down. As you can see the screen right now, that is all the action happening, and they have done so well.
There's one word that comes to mind. Burn, burn, burn.
Sting.
It's either arm burn, leg burn. Look at the finish. Look at the body language of the rescue tube rescue. It's one of the traditional forms of rescue technique. around our globe, along with that with board rescue as well. But what a performance from all of our B finalists. Let's go down the beach now with Team Italy.
Yeah, I'm here with a couple of the Italian girls here. A great performance, ladies. Win the B final. It must feel good.
Yeah, we are so happy because we wanted to reach the final A, but we didn't. So we tried our best here in the final Bs, and it ended up really good. So we're happy about that.
And the Italians have had a fantastic 2 days in the pool. You're looking to continue that here?
Yeah, we have
I think they're having a good time down here. Congratulations, ladies. Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, congratulations to that of Italy, and also great job there, Josh. Look at the replay here. It was a great start. I'm really impressed with the swim here from Hong Kong.
Oh, they did so well. They really wanted this event, so they just got out there in front, and that's what you do. You get out front and you just try and hold as much as they can, and brilliant dragging at the end. The draggers did so well. They really came over the top there. But as we can see out in front, Hong Kong out there. We had Italy not too far away. Belgium. It was a very, very tight final, wasn't it?
Yeah, big swim coming home from Team Belgium as well with a second place there. We can see now the rescuers making their way. So Hong Kong out. Obviously rescue 2, rescue with the fins as well. And a lot of leg burn. So the work of the swimmers going out, then have to pick up the patient with the resistance to bring them back. But the move was made on the transition on the way home from Team Italy. What a performance. And as Josh outlined as well, the strength of the pool swimming come to the fore here for this event.
Yeah, definitely. And it's a different swimming technique. So you can have swimmers who are very good solo by themselves, and then you have swimmers who are very good at towing a tube, towing another person. So it's very, very different. But as we see these waves, you saw one of the competitors, you saw their feet up in the air, they did a flip around, and it's very, very tricky. But the Italians, I really, really like their technique they have here, pulling the string, saving their arms, because it is quite a long a long run for them to finish.
I think the key thing is adaptability to the environment. Obviously, there's a long wade we can see here. If it's a steep drop off to deeper water, you'd probably find there'll be a different technique used. For Team Italy in 1, Italy in 1, Belgium in 2, Hong Kong, a huge congratulations, pick up 3rd in the B final. To Spain, Great Britain, Argentina, Austria, tucking up there in 7th as well. As we go for the B final with the A final coming up and wrapping up in 8th position, the Czech Republic. A huge congratulations to all B final teams as we now go to the A final, and what a quality final we have lining up here in that from, we'll go from the northern end down to that. We have Team France, Team USA, Japan, Germany, South Africa. Australia took out semi-final number 1, Canada there as well, and also that of New Zealand.
Oh, so you look at the names of all the teams, you've got some fabulous swimmers in here. You've got Margot from France, she's an incredible swimmer out there. So she's got Magdalena as well. She's been over here in Australia as well doing some training. So very, very strong. The South African team looks amazing. Obviously, we've got Australia Mariah Jones, who we just saw come off the beach, now into the water. And, of course, we have New Zealand, who will be very, very strong as well.
You can see the Australians starting to stamp their authority, but you mentioned that of the French. Now, they took out semi-final number 2. Australia took out semi-final number 1. But top of screen at the moment, France are off to an absolute flyer.
Yeah, they're really setting themselves up this dominance, and I know they practice it and train it a lot. They love this event, so they're going to really be one to watch. And it's just really, we're going to see in this A final, there's going to be a few different techniques, and that's all going to come up to meters. So how you put the tube on, all those sorts of things, and it's yeah, I'm really excited what happens and unfolds. And it's turning into a longer race actually when we look at it now with that run. It's really, really making it quite endurance.
Yeah, great little battle here at the moment. We see Jones Australia left-hand side, and also we got Margot from the French team on the right-hand side as well. But 3, 4, 5 and 6 are riding this at the moment. I'll probably say slightly advantaged. Oh, New Zealand. The Black Fins will get out there first. A massive swim from Team New Zealand.
Yeah, she just snuck in there. I think that might have actually been, it could have been Madison Kidd. I'm not too sure. Or it might have been, no, it was Molly actually, sorry, who did that first swim out. She was just on our screen. She was on the left-hand side. So we just missed that black cap, but a dominant performance there and a great start.
It looks like Zoe Crawford now putting the fins on for Team New Zealand, making her way up. Probably the biggest job in terms of being the rescue, not only swimming out, but also then bringing Molly back to the beach as well. But a great start for Team New Zealand. You can see Zoe making her presence felt, leading the rescue tube, rescue A final at the moment. The big question is, where's Team France? Where's Team Australia?
Yeah, we can see Team France just out there at the moment. We're not too sure what position they're in. They could be in second spot. So just having a little look for Australia. Where they're at the moment might be Naomi Scott, I would think, would be potentially the tower. She's done this race a fair few times, and I think she's actually won the Australian titles in this event at one stage as well. So we'll have a little look when we get a little drone spot. But there we have France. Might be Magdalena out there doing that swim. So Margot definitely setting them up very, very well for that second position. And we just see that sun, it just shimmers on that ocean, which makes it very difficult for the swimmers to see.
They're trying to pick up. It's definitely the Blackfins of New Zealand still in 1. France and Australia probably equal-headed at the moment in 2 and 3 at the moment. And you can see the top of the ocean as you outline there, Courtney, making things very difficult for the swimmers to pick up their cam, but also their patience. There we go. Left-hand side, New Zealand will go around in 1. Big move from not only that of Australia, but also potentially that. South Africa looks a little bit off course at the moment. We see Australia right on target for pickup.
Yeah, absolutely. They're right there. And New Zealand, they just were probably lost a little bit of time, I think, just putting that tube on. So usually what happens here is the patient usually gets that on, but they are off and away. And so it could actually be Chelsea Jones, potentially, who's actually doing that towing for the Australian team.
Okay, Australia in 1, have France in 2. I should say New Zealand in 1, France in 2. The big move right-hand side. The French are absolutely flying at the northern end.
Yeah, the French, they look good, don't they? And they're actually kind of out to this. Really going to be really interesting because where France and where New Zealand are on the line, they cannot see each other. They are too far apart at the moment. So they're just going to really have to go for gold and go for their team because they won't be able to see where the other teams are.
Also, putting into context as well, is Team New Zealand will need to come back to the finish line a little bit, probably giving away 10 or 15 metres, where the Team France will drift down to probably mid-line. Waves building on the short break. I think New Zealand may have enough out in front. A great execution from the lead swimmer, a great execution from the rescue as well. Team New Zealand wave building. We saw the youth. They picked up a phenomenal wave yesterday in taking out the championship as well. But we'll see Team New Zealand still battling there at the moment in front, but France making their move in second.
Yeah, well, it's really going to take, I think, for New Zealand to be beaten at the moment, someone to get a big wave out the back, because New Zealand, they're going to swim this whole way through looking very, very good. And I think for second place, it might come out of Australia and France over the other side, which is a few bigger waves here. And here we see the girls, they're going to pick up their patient, and they've got a good enough lead to really look like they're going to take that gold medal.
Yeah, massive rescue swim from Zoe Crawford there from Team New Zealand, picking up that of Molly as well. Now it's over to Kidd and Kwan at the moment to finish off with the drag. New Zealand look home, good battle here. Remember, points at a premium, 20 points for first, 18 for second, 16 for third, and down to 14. But well done, the Blackfins of New Zealand. They've taken out the beach sprint, they've taken out the female beach sprint. Now they've taken out the rescue tube rescue.
I really like the way they did their carry as well. And here we have France coming through now, so they're looking very, very quick across the sand. We're not too sure if they're having a sprint finish at the moment, but that looked very... Oh, there they go. They're going to take the silver medal. They'll be very happy. Here we have Australia coming in. They might be battling it out for third there.
Yeah, great performance from Team France. And we look where they finished. They finished 3/4of the way down the finish line as well. And you can see everyone dragging back to that finish line. So a big advantage, a very smart play from Team France as well. Third place there, Team Australia. Well done to Team Australia. And looks like potentially I could probably say that's Belgium, is it, making their way up as well. Germany it is, my apologies. Germany to finish in a very, very tight fourth position. Ahead of that are the US, the Stars and Stripes of America.
And just to I guess, explain just how hard this is, you just saw Lana Rogers and Naomi Scott, who are incredibly fit. They have had a massive program, but they looked absolutely exhausted after that, because that's how much energy you take out from yourselves. But we're so lucky. We do actually have Josh Minot down the beach, and he's collected the winners there.
First win today in the water for the Kiwis. Must feel pretty good. I'll start with the girls in the water. How was it out there?
Yeah, it was good. Pretty windy, choppy conditions, but so awesome to get it done with the girls.
What about towing back home? That's one of the toughest things to do in surf sports, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, the pins are feeling a bit sore after the 2 days of the pool, but I'm so glad that we can pull this off again with the girls, and so happy.
I'm not downplaying your role, but one of the easier jobs in surf sports to drag up the beach. But what does it mean to be part of this team?
I mean, it's so good. Like, we're really good friends, and we got the win in the odds relay, so it's pretty cool to be able to do it again in the ocean, just show how strong we are together.
And first win in the water for the Kiwis. Does it turn the tide a little bit?
Yeah, good momentum. So proud of these girls.
Well, good luck. Keep it going this afternoon. The Kiwi ladies, the Blackfins on fire down here.
Yeah, great job, Josh, and great job, the Blackfins. And teamwork makes the dream work. What a performance, and it's a collective performance as well, wasn't it, from the girls taking out the rescue, tube rescue, A final.
Yeah, they absolutely look so happy, and they're a really great team. They all really get together, don't they? And as we see the replay out there at the moment, they absolutely dominated. It looked like they'd practiced before. They all looked really comfortable with each other. And the one thing I loved about New Zealand at the end, their drag. I hadn't seen that technique before, and it was incredible. She kind of had, we might see, in the replay in a second, but she kind of had her hands wrapped around and just looked really comfortable, really fast. So I feel like with New Zealand, even if it came down to sprint finish, I think they still would have got there in the end.
Yeah, great performance. And obviously they spend a lot of time in their technique. You know, we spoke about the work of the Italians in the pool and the technique they do in their pool rescue, but also here in the rescue tube rescue, a lot of technique comes into play.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Here we go. This is this carry. So what they've done there, they've dragged their patient along. So they're trying to save their arms as much as they can before they're going to take the full weight. And there we go. Look at that technique. Isn't it just perfect? They really ran really, really fast and got that done and got their patient over the line. There we see another technique. France,
Beautiful patient technique.
I love it.
From Team France.
Down.
Silver medalists, and what a performance at the National Teams Open Day 1 of the Ocean Championships. Silver medalists on the big stage of the World Championships on beautiful Coral Beach of Queensland, Australia. And a big shout out to those joining us as well. It is Open Day, the Ocean Day 1. We've had 2 great pool days as well. And very testing conditions, and we see the place getters overall. New Zealand took out 1. Congratulations to Team France in 2. Australia are there in 3rd place. To Germany, South Australia, USA, Japan. And then on the next page, wrapping up in 8th position, Team Canada. Very testing conditions. 3 big events to go. The Ocean Men Ocean Relay coming up. Along with that of the Ocean, I should say a few number of events coming up. The Ocean Women Relay as well. The beach relays to follow of the female and the male. And then wrapping up with the major events of the Ocean Woman and the Ocean Man events. 2 great events. We're looking and shooting for that with the 2032 Brisbane Olympics. Why wouldn't you have it there? I can tell you. What a phenomenal way to showcase our global life-saving sport right around the world. The colours are there, the athletes are there, and the performances are on point.
They are. We look at that start list on screen at the moment. So at the moment we've got South Africa. They've been doing very, very well. Team Ireland, you had that wonderful interview this morning. That was fantastic. Obviously, Australia's in there. We've got Czech, we've got Austria, we've got Belgium, we've got Sweden. We've got everyone's going to be there. We've got Spain also. So this is going to be fantastic. And this is certainly brings the team, your country, everyone all together.
Yeah, the Ocean Man Relay. It is the men's coming up first, with the ladies coming up a little bit later on. But look at the crowd building here at Curra as well. And we talk about international flavour on the beach. So great to see on the Golden Beaches of the Gold Coast.
Yeah, absolutely. This is the Ocean Men are up and about. So you've got to pick your best for the swim, ski, board and run. I love that. So we've got 4 competitors, and we saw obviously the runners there just before. We have our second place, your buddy.
Connor Canard,
yes.
from the Stars and Stripes to the left-hand side. I'm pretty sure I'd be happy to be running in terms of swimming, and which is great to see as well. Talk about great to see. What a great job the surf rescue crew in terms of providing a safe environment. Safety never takes a holiday right around that of our beautiful globe of life-saving. You see the officials doing a wonderful job as well. They've lined up swim first, but what about the quality? We see Ireland there as well. The man with the moustache, the green, with the Irish cap there with the white as well. That's our Savage. He's had a great day performing as well. Had another great day yesterday, the day before in the pool as well. They're lining up now. It is time to shine. Swim, board, ski, and the run leg coming up, and the swimmers will come with the 4.
Absolutely, and it's actually the same order as the Ocean Man that we saw earlier today. So it's going to be swim, board, ski, and then you'll have obviously your runner in between there. So they are off and about, and they are charging very fast into the water.
Yeah, we expect to see our swimmers come to the 4. 3rd from the left-hand side, that's James Koch from Australia. Finished 3rd today in the surf race, just pipped out by Joe Collins. Wonder if Joe's swimming for New Zealand. We'll get an update in a moment where he is swimming or not, but it's James Koch had a great start for Team Australia on the right-hand side.
Yeah, you're just saying so many great names there. They're very, very strong teams. This is going to be a really, really tough one to win, but as we've got over the side there, I'm just trying to look at the cap over there. We've got 2 out to the southern side now, so looking very, very strong, but they've got a long way to go.
Yeah, we'll pan out Great Britain off to a very good start as well. South Africa, but James Koch, left-hand side, we can see at the moment. I expect to see a move from that of Lewis Clark as well from Team New Zealand, but at the moment we pick him up. It's I say Kosh in one. You can see, yeah, there Clark on the far left-hand side, trying to make his move up on the inside. And just that right-hand side will try and better indication of the club cup as they go out. Is that Team America? I think that is Team America coming to the fore at the moment. And what a great swim. Could be Tim Burdiak, I'm not sure, having a swim there at the moment coming through, but a great performance from Team America.
Oh, yeah, they've been fantastic all day. And I feel like their confidence has really risen. You know, we saw the beach sprint obviously earlier today, and they've just been popping their heads up, haven't they, and been doing really, really well. But as we see around there, we've got Australia in front, and then we've got New Zealand, and not too far behind might have France there as well. So just picking up the caps. But this is the messy part. You want to get around those cans as fast as you can. And as you can see, the competitors, Kosh out in front there, working very, very well. Northerly wind, northerly swell, so this is going to be the quickest part of the race.
Yeah, he's been on this stage before. He took out the 2022 surf race at the World Championships for the national teams as well, Kosh. I'll tell you what, he's a creature of habit, competes for the club just down the road at Burleigh Hedge Mowbray Park. They took out a tumbler around the Australian Championships as well, but now it's Australia in one. New Zealand tangled up a little bit, tucked in there in two, but I love the move of the USA, the Stars and Stripes. A huge swim from the Stars and Stripes. Yeah,
they're doing very well. They're not letting anyone go, are they? They're sticking right in there. And I do actually remember that interview that Kosh had after that. It was a very inspiring, very emotional interview at the Australian titles early in the year. But he's working really, really well. And remember, it's actually shorter than when they do the Ocean Man. So we only go around, sorry, not the Ocean Man, when we saw actually the individual swim. We only go around one string, so it's quicker, it's faster, and we're seeing that at the moment.
Yeah, Koshy's our 200-metre specialist as well, coming to the fore. You can see Clark from New Zealand, left-hand side. Now big move being made from Spain, France and South Africa tucked in as well. Wave starting to build. Kosh, he sits, he props, he turns around. Skill sets now come. He'll look to milk this one all the way back to the beach and extend that lead for Team Australia.
He did very well. It's all about timing when you're body surfing, especially when you've got to stand up on the bank. And Kosh really timed that really, really well, but he's got to get moving now. He's got to get right into it because he's got New Zealand and a couple of the other teams right behind him up and get those long legs and wade and hopefully miss a few potholes.
Yeah, he's a tall frame man as well. You can see the weighing now. He's not renowned for his running, Koshy, so we'll see how he goes at the moment. You can see him get the big deep breaths in at the moment as he heads round towards the board leg. New Zealand still in second. Big move. Is that potentially, I know America was up there, potentially could be that of Argentina. Argentina making a big move as well, but it's Australia in one. Coming around now for superb swim to set his team up for a nice early move. Will he go to Zach Morris or ski second? It'll be swim, ski, board. Kosh comes around. Japan, what a move from Japan, the skill set in the last third of the leg.
Oh, they're definitely not going anywhere. They're making sure they're staying up the front there, and they just absolutely love it, don't they? They'll be yelling out there, yelling at their competitors, and we see Corey Fletcher, he's out there on a very strong start, should I say, sorry, my mistake, being ski second. So board will be last. But let's go down to Josh. He's got some insights for us.
Yeah, everyone on the field is absolutely firing up at the moment. This event has really turned this beach on fire at the moment. The Aussies obviously doing a fantastic job, but this one's a lot closer than a lot of people expected so far.
Yeah, thanks, Josh, for the inside down there live and the vibe on the beach as well. So there we have. So we got out Corey Fletcher at the moment. Now we've got the two Corys. Corey Fletcher leads for Australia. Corey Taylor, CT Taylor on the chase. We know how well Corey Taylor paddled the ski, and we know how quick Corey Fletcher is across the sand.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like we'll say CT, isn't it? Because it's Corey and Corey. CT from New Zealand. He's always been, renowned for, I guess, his board paddling, but his ski paddling over the last few years has just gone up another level, and he's fantastic. But Corey Fletcher, where he's going to also try and make some meters up will be as soon as he hits the sand in that running.
I love the battle for second here. And Corey Taylor just asserted his dominance around that first kindle. It was a big move up on the inside. Now, I'm not sure if it was Team America or that of South Africa or Great Britain coming around, but now the advantage of being in front to pick up these swells on the fastest craft in the ocean.
Well, when you're out in front, like Corey Fletcher is at the moment, you've got the whole ocean to yourself. You can go left, you can go right, you can go straight. It doesn't matter where you go. You're not going to run into anyone. So this is the advantage of where Corey Fletcher is right now.
Yeah, it's Great Britain now moves up into third. That's a great paddle from Team Great Britain in third at the moment. But Corey Fletcher is in one. Team New Zealand. To me, Corey Taylor's got to run with the ocean. He's just fighting the grain at the moment, and he opens up a little window of opportunity for Great Britain on the right-hand side. But it's Team Australia will come over the top. It's about keeping this straight. How hard is it to keep this craft straight on a wave like this?
Oh, it's incredibly difficult. difficult. Remember, these athletes are also under fatigue as well, so they're not out there fresh playing around. And you see Kosh just there. He's yelling at him. He's get up. He's same club, teammates, Burley. So Corey Fletcher, let's see the wheels on him. He's going to be moving fast. And, yeah, Josh is right there in the action, so we'd love to hear from him.
Corey Fletcher has absolutely unleashed on this transition. He's giving everything he's got, nothing left in the tank, because if you turn around and look, the Kiwis are there, the Brits are there as well, the Spaniards are having a great paddle, and so South Africa. That gap maybe at 60 metres at the moment from Australia to New Zealand, and then 10 metres back to the Brits there, who are having an absolutely stellar paddle at the moment. A little waves coming through for the Australians. That gap's going to close, but have a look at the race for 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th. There is maybe 5 teams who can jump onto this podium.
Yeah, it's great battles inside the battles at the moment. And what about this for Team Australia? They hand over to the Australian board champion of Zach Morris leading, being chased down by that of Joey Collins from the Blackfins of New Zealand. But the battle, as we said, for 3rd, 4th and 5th, right in there. Great Britain currently holding on to 3rd place at the moment. South Africa, we can see there on the chase as well. It's a great team event, isn't it? That of the Ocean Man Relay.
Oh, it's absolutely fantastic. You can see just in those shots there before, all the teammates are yelling them on, cheering them on, and wow, Great Britain have been incredibly impressive. We'll see if they can hold on for that 3rd, but absolutely amazing. And here we go. We've got Joe Collins again chasing Zach Morris.
Yeah, Zach Morris now negotiates the swim cans, needs to go out around the board cans, and we can see tucked in behind there Joe Collins. Then we go back, looks like potentially Great Britain back there in 3rd place. But what about the battle for 4th, 5th, 6th and 7? We'll call them in as well because they're points on a premium for each nation at the moment. There's the Ocean Man Relay for the men at the moment, and look at this, it's Zach Morris, Team Australia in 1, New Zealand, Joe Collins in 2, Great Britain on the chase in 3.
Yeah, they certainly are. They're not too far away at the moment. I think they'd be very happy with themselves where they are right now. They've set themselves up for this back end, but Joe Collins, he's right there. He's definitely still in this race. He just needs to hook one of those runners up, work really, really hard, and he'll be able to catch up to Zach in no time.
Yeah, interesting point is that the race is never over. It's the luck, especially with the type of wind that we have in the swell. You can see cross swell and cross wind. You want to be in position as Zach Morris, but you're never out of it in terms of Joe Collins' chase. You've got swell right at the back at the moment, and we can see that battle as we spoke about back there in 4th, 5th and 6th. He needs this wave. Morris needs this wave. He'll sit up and prop and run with a swell. Now, as the Australian board champion for a reason, execution to a T.
Yeah, he did really well there. He actually paddled and moved himself over more to the south, and we saw that actually in some of the board rescues, just the stronger waves over that side. So unfortunately for New Zealand, they're going to have the silver in this one, and then how nice is that? Zach Morris getting to tap your runner to finish off. That would be a very good feeling.
Yeah, Jason Goff coming up and had a great performance in the A relay final as well. And he's being chased by Oscar Smith, who took out the A final beach sprint as well. And we just saw that as Zach Morris and also Joe Collins. Only a matter of approximately 15 to 20 minutes. They'll be lining up for the final of the Open Men Ocean Man event as well. So it's been a massive day, but they are the fittest athletes in the world. And you can wind them up and they'll go all day.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's why they train so much, 3 times a day, 6 days a week, Sunday off. So that's why they're so fit. And yeah, I have to give it to all the athletes out there. They've had to actually have a shorter break more than normal. So getting straight in their training, making sure they're fit for this time in August.
Team Australia take position 1. Well done. Oscar Smith picks up that of 2nd place. And 3rd place from Great Britain. What a performance. It looks like Team France, haven't they done exceptionally well in the water and the beach as well? Coming through, so well done to that of Team France in 4th. Look at the battle, USA, Connor Kennard there with the South Africans. Look at the speed. I tell you what, speed to burn from Connor Kennard, finishing off for the Stars and Stripes, I believe in 5th position.
Well, they know that those points are on the line. Every single position equals every more points. So they're really trying to really fight for the end there. And as we see Spain just coming on through there, he can have a nice, relaxed run to the end because he knows no one's behind him. But, yeah, incredible by all the athletes out there. Everyone really, really moved together. So we're going to go down to the beach with Josh Minogue.
Thanks, Court. I'm down here with Team Great Britain, their runner Sam. That's a great result. 3rd place in that Ocean Man Relay. You must be happy with that.
Yeah, great result. Better than last year. Well, not last year, 2 years ago. Yeah, great with the boys. One of our guys got injured in the pool. We've come back, swapped the team around, and we still got 3rd place. So, great result.
A fantastic performance. How's it been out here in Australia so far? Obviously ultra competitive, but are you enjoying?
It just gets better every year, and obviously we're in the home of Lifesaving. It's great. Really love it.
A fantastic performance.
Thank you.
Yeah, huge congratulations to that of Team Great Britain picking up third place. And we can see this. We started with the swim leg, to the ski, to the board, to the run leg. And James Koch really set up that win nice and early for Team Australia.
Yeah, he certainly did, didn't he? It was a nice short swim for him. He looked really good right from the start, and there he goes. He's just showing his dominance and turning that last can first and really working those runs. You have to work a little bit hard in here. Goggles are off around the neck, using those long legs, and he went straight in there and he tagging Corey Taylor. So, Corey Fletcher. I've got a lot of Corys out there, and as we see Corey Fletcher going out there, and he just did another dominant performance.
Yeah, from the swim we went to the ski, and you see just sneaks out, and that's also the advantage, the ability to get through the swell in the ocean as they go. But it was a good paddle as well by Corey Taylor from the Blackfins. You can see just tucked in behind and really impressed. To me, that the ski leg of Great Britain, you see back right-hand side, the back of screen there as well, was a phenomenal ski paddle that kept them on the podium. Yeah,
it certainly did, and I tell you what, it was a nice feeling definitely for those board paddlers at the end there. Nice tapping their beachies. So and I'm sure some of the beach sprinters, I'm sure they're very happy they didn't have a sprint finish, but a wonderful performance by Australia, and then New Zealand coming in second there. So we'll have to try and find an update of the points, see how that's all going, but I know it'd be very, very tight.
And then was they used to be the new kids on the block, these two, but I tell you what, they've really come with the fore in the professional racing, and their elitism as well of Zach Morris and Joe Collins. Zach Morris will now come in for the handover to that of Jason Goff, and Oscar Smith for that of Team New Zealand to pick up that of first place and that of second. There's Goffey as he comes through, nice and calm, nice composed. As a beach sprinter, that's the type of finish you want.
Yeah, absolutely, especially after the running that they've done, these men coming across here, smiles on the faces, I love it, but we've still got a massive afternoon to come. So on our program right now, we've still got the Ocean Women Relay coming up. We've still got the Beach Relay for the men's and the women's coming up as well. And then we've also got the Ocean Women and the Ocean Man to finish off the day. So very exciting stuff. Amazing to be here with you. And there you go. There it is on screen. That's what we have left.
Yeah, the events we can see coming up next with the Ocean Women Relay to that of the Women's Beach Relay, Men's Beach Relay. And if we just flip the page, we can see the phenomenal events of the Ocean Man and the Ocean Woman as well. And they're two great events we're targeting, obviously, for that for 2032 of the Brisbane Olympics. It epitomises surf life saving, it epitomises male and female athletes, but also the professionalism and the diversity across all countries around our world, and showcase that of surf sports and life saving. Look at this as a spectacle on the golden beaches of the Gold Coast, Australia. Imagine this in 2032, showcasing this to the rest of the world.
Oh, it'd be absolutely fantastic. It gives me goosebumps just even thinking about that. So it's it'd be absolutely incredible, and you know the sport deserves to be there. It's amazing. You see all these athletes; they work incredibly hard, and we're just going for a replay and highlights of the day, and have a look at that. So much racing, so little time.
Yeah, what a great day it was. Obviously, this is the finals package. We started with that of the male surf race, and Zach Morris just snuck ahead of Joe Collins and James Koch. They're in third place. Advantage Australia, but then it comes to the female surf race, and Lana Rogers had a phenomenal start. The Australians really shot out of the blocks nice and early, and we see Lana Rogers went around with Naomi Scott in 1 and 2. It was a big move of Olivia Corrin. She didn't get there in the final, but in the final placings, but she really come home really. We can just see in the background there to Lana Rogers. She's a phenomenal athlete, Lana Rogers. We go back to last summer here in Australia, an absolute standout in the professional series. Then we went to the beach spin, and what a performance. Just the B final in South Africa, the great performance they've had in the last couple of days with the youth, really coming to the fore here as well, taking out the B final for South Africa. But the A final, what about this from that of the Black Fins of New Zealand? What a performance in the final. And what the females can do, Oscar Smith said the males can do just as well for Team New Zealand. The board rescue was all about Team Australia, but they only got there just ahead of the French, who put in a phenomenal effort.
They did. This was a very dramatic finish in this men's board rescue. Coming from that northern side, as you just see the waves, they just die out and pitter out a little bit, and then as we couldn't see over the other side, you just saw France coming through and South Africa coming in very, very fast. So Zach Morris just had a little bit of a look over. So it's been a wonderful, wonderful day, but it's still a massive, massive afternoon to go. And then we went on and we looked at the women's tube rescue as well. But on the line right now, we have the Ocean Women Relay. not too far away. And Ty, this one is going to be very competitive.
Yeah, another great event, isn't it? We look at the Ocean Women Relay, and also, we're looking to bid for 2032 will be the mixed ocean relay as well. So obviously this event has 4 competitors in the bid with the Ocean Man and the Ocean Woman, looking for the mixed relay of an M shape where we have 2 males and 2 females. That will be tomorrow as a grand finale to day 2 of the national competition. It is a phenomenal event. We saw that with the youth yesterday as well. But look at the teams now lining up from 1 and our way down. South Africa, Austria, so great to see. Canada, Switzerland, Spain, Hong Kong. What about the performance of the swimmers in the rescue tube rescue earlier? The Netherlands, the New Zealand, Great Britain, to Belgium, France, USA, Singapore, so great to see. And wrapping up, Team Argentina.
Oh, they've got look at this. And then you go, Sarah, she's going to be back in there for Team Japan. And the list goes on, doesn't it? So it's really interesting. I'm just having a look at New Zealand. They've got Liv Corrin. She's actually going to be the board paddler. So Molly's going to start off with the swim there. And Zoe Crawford, ski paddling as well. So just going through all the names. Margot's going to be out there. She's going to be doing the swim as well. She's been very, very competitive, and we are off for a start.
Yeah, second close to the camera from the German team. What about this? Nina Hult represented Germany at the Paris Olympics only a few weeks ago, has broken records in the pool the last couple of days. A phenomenal athlete for Team Germany, and off to a very, very good start as well. The longer the swim this is, the better it suits that of Nina Hult from Germany, but look out for the skill sets of Australia and New Zealand. Yeah,
definitely. It is all about the skills. As you said, that skills pay the bills at the moment, and they've got to do a lot of, as we are going under waves, just as we see, it's very powerful at the moment. It's a little bit all over the place. It's not a neat surf. It's very, very messy. So the girls are out and away, and they've got out over that break, and we've got Molly there out in front. It looks like we've got Chelsea Jones from Australia. She'll be swimming as well. Naomi Scott and Lana will be on the board and the ski.
Yeah, great start from Molly there from the Blackfins as well. And we saw this a little bit earlier from the Team Australia in the surf races, but Molly really executed those skill sets of running, wading, porpoising, negotiating the shore break as well. So another great start as well. We spoke about France. Haven't they been up and about, Team France as well, in their last few days?
They have certainly been up and about. Great energy. They love being here, coming off the Olympics. They just have this really, really wonderful energy and very fit and very strong across all disciplines throughout these last couple of days. But as we see, Molly's going to take around that can. She's going to definitely be out there first, and might be a little bit of a battle. Sarah Tazaki not too far away. She's an incredible swimmer. She's going to get around in second. Very good position.
One of the best names in surf sports as well, Sarah Tazaki, one of the best smiles. What about this for Team Japan in second? I love the work from Sarah Tazaki. She's the national champion in Japan as well. Tucks in behind Molly from New Zealand. Australia back in 3. France there as well. Then we go back, looks like potentially that Germany starting to make their presence felt, and also back to South Africa.
Yeah, wow, these girls are really going to want to set their team up very, very strong. And we'll go into the ski leg and then finish off on the board, as we saw in the men's not too long ago. So I'm sure the men will be having a chat to the women in their team and just making sure they give them a bit of a pump up, because remember, this isn't these ladies' first race. They've been racing a lot back to back to back. So there's a lot that's expected from them, from their team, but all doing very, very well. Great altitudes and really, really great sportsmanship. Yeah,
here we go now. We can see Team New Zealand, Molly out in front now. This is interesting because Sarah Tazaki from Team Japan decided to go a little bit to the north. That's left-hand side of screen. Looks like we have Margot from France as well. I can tell you one thing about Sarah Tazaki from Japan. She's a very, very good skill set in surf. If there's a wave on offer, she's potentially one of the best body surfers in the field as well. And then we go back to Chelsea Jones from Australia as well. Renowned more for pool swimming, but doing a wonderful job here in the ocean.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing about Sarah, she really comes home really strong. She's a great distance swimmer, so look out for her on the northern side. And I can see why she's going out on the northern side. We've seen the waves be a lot stronger, and looking at that board rescue, a lot of people would have seen that on the beach. It just absolutely died out, those waves there. So smart move. I'd take the northern side as well. You are fighting the waves a little bit, but it certainly will be worth it by the time they get closer to shore.
Sarah Tazaki left-hand side won't get there, but she will potentially have the next one. She has a little bit of a bow peak. Bring the legs in here. Team New Zealand. Tazaki may pull over the top. Sarah Tazaki left-hand side. Did she get there? I think she would be there. There she is. We spoke about the skill set of Sarah Tazaki from Japan, but what about this? It is Team Japan leading the Open Women Ocean Woman Relay.
Oh, that was a fantastic Sarah. You did very, very well. We've actually got Josh. He's right there with all the action.
Thanks, Court. We spoke about Sarah at the start of the day, who would kind of cause a bit of a spoiler for the New Zealand and the Australian teams. She races here on the Gold Coast, lives here on the Gold Coast. She's one of the best in the business, and she's proving that right here, right now. It was interesting before this race started. A lot of the coaches were down there telling the girls which way to go. Don't go too far to the left. Take that straight run out. And it was the Japanese and the Kiwi coaches who got it spot on, and maybe not so much for the Australians. They took a little bit of a different line, and it hasn't really paid off.
Yeah, great insight to what's unfolding here in this phenomenal race of the Ocean at Women Relay as well. New Zealand struggling a little bit getting on. It could be potentially Crawford getting on a ski. Japan, did they sneak through that one? Up and over for Team Japan. I think just sneaking. This next one needs to get over at Clearwater. This is a phenomenal start from Team Japan.
Oh, that was the perfect setup. Sarah just set her team up so well. And it's so nice to be able to get out there front and have that opportunity of all the waves out there. So Saya from Japan is out there in front, and she's been chased down by a lot of teams at the moment.
Yeah, but the other teams, we spoke about a lot of other teams, have all been hitting the shore break. So all of a sudden, Japan have extended that lead to a good 50 or 60 metre lead. Now, the courses are quite short, and we are now halfway through this event. One board leg to go, one sprint. Can they hold on? Team Japan.
If Japan can win this, I think I'm going to put it out here. I think it's going to be the best celebration we have seen on the beach. They are beautiful people. They all get around each other, but at the moment, she's got to stay in the moment and really make sure she gets in nice and safe.
Yeah, Nasakawa being chased at the moment by Team Australia coming through. And you look at the quality of Team Australia coming through. We spoke about that, of Naomi Scott, Lana Rogers, and then wrapping up with Brittany Inga as well. But Team Japan, what a start. Nasakawa there will hand over to Mitsu, and then the runner of Ishiguro. We know how well she can run as well. Team Japan comes around in one. It's probably been half the lead that she's had. It's a moment of getting round, picking up this swell, and keeping the craft straight. Yeah,
she's doing so well out there. We've got actually Great Britain are actually in second at the moment. She's being chased down by Australia, which is Naomi Scott, who's on the ski leg at the moment. So she'll then tag to Lana Rogers. So very competitive. This is going to come right down to the wire.
Oh, this is brilliant. Team Japan, you can see the difference in cadence and rating at the moment. Team Japan doing a wonderful job. We're over halfway of the Ocean Woman Relay, and it's Team Japan in one, Great Britain in two, Australia on the chase of Naomi Scott in three. We know pound for pound the strength of Naomi Scott, but she's giving away a big lead to that of Japan.
Yeah, she's got a fantastic lead. So we just see out the back, there's a bit of a wave coming through, so Japan might be a little bit unlucky, but Naomi Scott's just falling off the back there. We actually have another Great Britain still in second. We've got Japan. This is her opportunity.
Keep this straight, Team Japan, with one leg to go. Oh, upside down and turn that around. That could be Great Britain, potentially, is it? We'll try and get a pick up at the moment. No, Great Britain are still on the wave coming in. It's Japan in one. It's Great Britain in two. They'll probably stand the run leg in a moment. It is still Japan in one. Great Britain there right up, potentially coming up next to. They may have hit the lead here, Great Britain on the inside run of Japan. There they are there. Great Britain now in one, Japan in two. The big question, where is Australia?
Yeah, wow, this is going to be really, really tight. They've just come, Japan's just a little bit further, quite far south, so she's going to have to really run. You've got a couple of teams, Australia including that, so I reckon we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams that will be going to go out on this last board leg.
What a battle. Naomi Scott is up and about. She now takes the lead up the swim. What about the run leg from Team Australia of Naomi Scott? Wow, what a performer. Let's go for the update. Josh Minogue on the beach.
That was all course management from Naomi Scott. The Japanese team, the British team, they went so far down the beach. Naomi Scott turned that can, ran back to the north, picked up a runner and hit that flag almost dead on. You can't buy that experience. That gap was at maybe 50 or 60 metres at the back of the break, and by the time she hit the sand, she was in front. The Japanese lady just all the way down, kept getting pushed. There was nothing she could do about it, and that's how quickly these races can change, and that's when the real champions come to the fore, and Naomi Scott is an absolute champion, and if Australia win this, it's going to come down to that moment from Naomi Scott.
Yeah, great insight. A smart race will always beat a fast race. And what about this? You know, you look at in terms of 6 athletes from 6 different nations are now vying for the overall Ocean Women Relay Championship, and it's Team Australia with Lana Rogers at the front. Oh, she's a phenomenal athlete, isn't she? And all the other countries on the chase.
She is very, very good. She's been in front many, many times, but behind her is Olivia Corrin, who is Australian and New Zealand board champion. So she is fantastic. But remember, those two are very fast across the sand. it's not actually coming down to those two. It's going to come to their beachies. So it's going to be really interesting from here. Very, very tight. I think this has been one of the most exciting races. As we can see at the moment, Olivia Corrin, she just tried to get her nose to get that inside of Lana, but Lana at the moment holding her out. So for Liv Corrin, you can see at the moment she's really going to tuck herself on the inside of Lana and get out in front.
New Zealand are close enough. Now remember, it comes down to a final run leg, and Brianna Irving took out the beach sprint over Brittany Inga of Australia. New Zealand, pound for pound, have a little bit. We've got to remember also here, Courtney, it's not a direct straight run. So Australia, for my liking, need to hit the beach first, because we know that of New Zealand are right there in the mix for speed across the sand, and the French are making a huge move in third place. What about this? New Zealand in one, got to get around. Olivia Corrin just fumbles a bit, but it's now France hits the lead.
Oh, that is actually Elise Dorrigan. She's actually the board paddler from France, and she is doing so well. We haven't actually seen too much of her, but look at her. She's just chasing those runs, and she looks fantastic.
This is massive. It comes down to a run leg. We know Brianna from New Zealand won the beach sprint. Brittany Inga got second, but fourth was Elise from that of France. Here we go. This could be the wave. Pull over the top of this because success. Can she get there? Team France got to maintain it. Oh, Team France. What a moment for Team France. One run leg to go. Can they hold on?
Oh, wow. This is, I don't know, are you feeling nervous? I'm feeling nervous. And you've got Australia and New Zealand who are actually coming in on a better line. So,
France
is off.
Tag over. Here we go. Tag will now turn to Elise. The big chase of Brianna on the chase as well. And Brittany Inga. It's France in one. New Zealand on the chase. We know pound for pound, the Blackfins have enough. And Brianna, she took out the beach sprint earlier today. She stamps her authority now in the Ocean Woman relay. New Zealand Blackfins take a bow.
Oh, wow. I don't think anyone's going to beat her in that beach sprint then. She looks so determined and so focused. And, wow, congratulations. But Brianna, she just put her head down, and she almost looked like an Ocean Woman competitor there, didn't she? She was very smart when she went to Olivia, got up, went going, and no one was getting in her way.
And we spoke about, for Australia to win, Naomi Scott and the announce of her and the smarts in that of the ski leg. But what about the work of New Zealand? Sneaking up on the inside with Australia. Wave in front with France. We thought we were there. We thought they had done enough, but they were pushed down another 10, 15 metres. But what a performance, what a race. 2032, we talk about ocean women and ocean man. It's got to stand all the way to 2032 Brisbane.
Oh, that was so exciting. We had Sarah out there in front. We saw the lead change so many times. We had Japan out in front.
How good.
Oh, and then Great Britain came out in front, and then we had Australia. New Zealand took it home at the end, and that was a very, very exciting. I know that everyone on the beach would have been cheering. I know Josh Minogue, he definitely would have been down there jumping up and down, yelling. He's probably lost his voice. I'm sure we'll find him. Actually, here as we found him, we've got Josh Minogue with the winners.
One of the best finishes I've seen here at a World Championships. New Zealand get the job done. You don't often get to get in the water with these competitors. How nervous were you?
I was so nervous when they all came through on the same wave. I was really scared, but you're real good. Yeah, easy as.
And a back and forward race, not what we're used to seeing. It was really one for the nations who haven't sort of won much today. And I thought we were going to get an upset, but you pulled it out of the fire.
Yeah, no, that was a really good finish. I'm stoked with that. Had Zoe cheering me on from the water, so yeah.
Right up.
We're both in the beach relay, so that should be nice.
Well, the Blackfins get it done down here, and they're off to the beach back now. The action continues.
Oh, thank you so much, Josh, and congratulations to New Zealand. They just had an absolutely fantastic event just then, and let's have a look at the replay. I'm excited to look at the replay as we see the girls there out there charging along. We've seen those potholes, seen that waiting, and we saw Sarah. She was just tucking in there behind Molly, not too far away, and coming in. She had the smarts about it because she went off to that northern side, which we've seen time and time again. It's very, very strong over that side. And France, we've got Margot out there, very strong swimmer, and the body surfing, the skills of Sarah. She trains at Northcliffe Surf Lifesaving Club, which is just down the road, and she got up, and I don't think I've ever seen Sarah run this fast. She looks so determined. She loves representing Japan, her country, beautiful family. And as we see there, she's tagged her ski paddler who did a wonderful job going out there in front. It's never an easy feat. And she held that lead as far as she can, but just coming in, she just got a little bit taken over just with those runners coming through. But certainly no, they would see one of the competitors might be from Canada potentially. And that just shows just how tough it is out there. We said many of these countries haven't been up against this type of swell before. There's Lana Rogers, champion ocean woman, out there leading the way, but she didn't have it all her own. She had Obviously, Olivia Corrin not too far away, and France, they were just fantastic coming through that beautiful. Remember, you have to go around the cans, as we saw Olivia Corrin just almost missing that there, so that would have been a DQ, so she did very well. Professionalism coming around there with a French competitor. Beautiful on a board. She did so well, and then coming back here, just amazing skills. And she hasn't got the smile on her face because she really wants to concentrate, find her beach competitor. And this is where it's completely different to what we've done at the Australian titles. And there is Brianna. She's just been absolutely on fire, in form all day, and that was absolutely fantastic. Very, very exciting. Obviously, Australia, I'm sure, would be a little bit disappointed, but definitely France and New Zealand would definitely be on a high right now.
What a performance, but more importantly, what a race. What a race. We saw Japan, like you mentioned, come out of the block, Sara Tazaki, but the pure speed. But they're up and about, and confidence is wonderful. Look at the results here. We talk about confidence. New Zealand taking out that for the women's ocean woman relay. France, what a performance. It was a good battle, wasn't it, between New Zealand, France, Australia. Great Britain there all the way as well. The USA, Japan, Italy in 7th. To that of the minor places as well. What a performance, what a race. To South Africa in 8th, Spain in 9th, Canada in 10th, Germany, and Nina Holt, what an athlete from Germany she is. Belgium, Argentina, to that of the Netherlands. How good, what a day of racing we've experienced. We've still got the Ocean Man, Ocean Woman race to go. One of the highlights of the program for day one of the Ocean, and what a spectacle here on the beautiful Gold Coast. And a big shout out, obviously, to Ron Rankin AM, Chair and Project Director of the World Lifesaving Events for 2024, to Graham Ford AM, the President of International Lifesaving Federation, to all their teams, to all the officials, the volunteers, to the water safety, everyone involved, and to all the nations taking part on this phenomenal event as we have more events lining up. It is the Open Women's Beach Relay B Final with some serious speed to burn. And the B final will up first, followed by the A final. And I am so excited for the A final. In particular, see that of Iran and that of Egypt. They dominated performance in the semi-finals, but the B finals are up first. Exciting times on the sand.
It is so exciting. You just saw on that shot before, a lot of the competitors were walking from the beach up to the top of the sand dunes there, because they are coming out of that Ocean Women's Relay and onto the beach relay. So we've got the B final up here on the screen right now. So Netherlands Team A, Italy Team A, Germany, Japan, Argentina. We've got the Czech team there, and we've also got USA. And also, if we look on the other side, we've got South Africa. So very, very tough, very, very fast. The wind hasn't died down at all, so unfortunately, those second and what would it be, 1, 2, and 4 competitors. No, 1. So 1 and 3 will be going into the wind. 2 and 4, not easier, but just their wind behind their backs.
Yeah, I definitely want the wind behind me.
Yes, definitely.
I struggle running in the wind myself there, Courtney. But what a performance and spectacle it is. And update on points for that of day 3 of the national competition. New Zealand lead by 4 points as we currently stand at the moment. So let's have a look at some of the heats and semis of the beach relay earlier today. And the atmosphere down there was electric. And this was semi-final number Brittany Ingo, we can see from Team Australia. This is the heats actually, and top of screen as well. That's Team Egypt. So one thing we know with Team Egypt is they have 4 very, very strong runners. We know with a lot of countries of Australia and New Zealand, they have a mix of beach competitors and that also of water competitors as well. But Team Egypt took out this heat. Look at the dominance here over Australia. Now, let's go back 2 years. They are the current world national champions, Team Egypt. But what a dominant performance here. Team Egypt, they took out an earlier heat today and also took out their semi-final and look very, very good indeed. Argentina finished 3rd there as well. Another heat coming through. It was a great start from Spain down the bottom, along with Team France. Currently sitting 3rd in the point score, Team France. And you got your host nation holding that Olympic Games. It does wonderful things for sport, as we'll see here in 2032 at the Brisbane Olympics as well, and we saw in the year 2000 of Sydney. Team Spain started very, very strong. Team France came home very, very strong in this particular heat early this morning. Huge crowd building up top of screen and bottom of screen as well. And you see Spain holding on, France there as well. And that's what I love about our movement, the ability to do all the different types of disciplines in the water, but also to come up to the beach and execute on the sand as well. Not only today with the beach sprints and the beach relays, Well, let's wait till tomorrow. The UFC and sand. We had the sand pit for the beach flags. It's one of the highlights of the program. And we spoke about Egypt earlier today, but what about the efforts of Iran here?
Oh, they have been phenomenal, and they make it look so easy as well. Sorry, just moving my microphone there. They make it look so easy, a light across the sand. There we see Iran. Oh, they're just brilliant, aren't they? And they have a great time too. I love the little celebration at the end, and they've come a long way to be here, so they're really making the most of every single race they're competing in.
I'll tell you with Iran as well, and I went and had a chat to 3 of the 4 competitors after their semi-final win, and 2 of them were walking around with flowers.
Oh.
Now, they had their team support and just the respect and the appreciation and gratitude of being on this world stage, and they're here to perform. And I think it's going to be a great battle between Iran and that. Taking nothing away from Australia, you can see here New Zealand as well, but I think it's going to come down to the A final between that of Egypt and Iran, and what a moment and what a stage it is in the World Lifesaving Championships for those 2 great countries. And we saw New Zealand, obviously a mixture of beach competitors and that of water competitors as well, being pool and ocean. And just cruising through to qualify. They knew that 4 was the magic number to go through to the next round. Try not to execute or, to use too much energy. No, it's a massive day of competition today, but also tomorrow courts.
It's massive. I'm just thinking how sore some of these bodies are going to be, and they have to not only get through this beach relay, and look at that.
Semi-final, yeah, this is Brianna in the semi-final up against Brittany Inga as well. You can see the tempo really lifts as well. And the quality of these 2 young ladies are phenomenal. And then you can see now, handing over Maria Jones there for Australia, just stand her authority position to the Lana Rogers. So they went through 1 and 2. So this is semi-final number 1. And just quietly, look at France at the top of screen. They absolutely flew home. But semi-final number 2 was approximately 6 seconds quicker.
Oh, wow.
Over the relay. And that's where we come down to semi-final number 2, which we'll see in a moment, with Iran and that of Egypt. So lining up here at the moment, the speed of Iran and Egypt will come with the 4 at the moment. And it was Team Australia that took out semi-final, and here we go here. They come out the blocks a little bit slower, Iran. You can see them blue cap, black leggings, top of screen at the moment, and Egypt as well. But their 3rd and 4th legs are nothing but explosive fire from the girls at the moment. Team Egypt come through. They could probably even potentially get a little bit close to that changeover as well. But Iran then fought back. It was a battle between the 2, Egypt and Iran.
Yeah, in between them. I'd had a little practice of their changeover, just trying to sharpen up a few things. And this is where it's a really great opportunity to go through the heats and semis, practice that. They might have changed a few position around, but we'll definitely see them go up a notch. And it's the finals now, so they'll all be looking to scoop up as many points as they possibly can. And how fantastic these replays.
Yeah, doing a great job, the big boys team and all the camera crews out there. Look at the crowd now starting to build. They are filling the sprint arena at the moment. And Iran won that semi-final, but it was reverse roles 2 years ago at the World Championship with Egypt taking out the World Championship. The crowd is building, the atmosphere is building. There is no place you'd rather be than right here on the beautiful Gold Coast of Australia. It's live in Queensland. And what about this? The Expo Festival Zone taking place right next to the Surf Hub.
Oh, I love it. Look at everyone lining up to either get their breakfast, snacks, lunch. You can get everything there, and it's wonderful. And we'd love you to share all the action that's on the beach, in the festival zone, hashtag LWC24. Look at that. We've got race 1 there, all the happy faces. Got Riley Fitzy, just came back from the Olympics, silver medal, fantastic.
Actually just held his silver medal as well, and he's super heavy. First time I've been held a silver medal as well, but the spectacle here and the colour in particular, the support from right around the world and the crowd supporting as well. And this event doesn't go ahead without the great support of Gold Coast City Council, obviously, Tourism and Events Queensland, Australia's Gold Coast, the Queensland Government here on the beautiful, look at these skyscrapers of the beautiful Gold Coast, Risk Intelligence, the Currawa Surf Club for hosting a phenomenal event, not only of Masters and the Youth and Opens, but also Winter Club next week. And then to that of Ampol, Race 1 and the Event Co. doing a wonderful job. And to Ron Rankin, Graham Ford, AM and OR, and to Dave Wimpy from CEO Surf Lifesaving Queensland. Look at that as a spectacle to showcase our phenomenal sport.
Oh, it's absolutely beautiful, isn't it? And I've just seen everyone coming through this morning when I arrived. Everyone's so happy to be here. There's definitely not many parks left, so make sure you get here early every single day because the crowd, there's so many people around. And it's a big event, and it takes a big, as you said, you just named all our sponsors and everyone behind the scenes, and it takes a big team to make this happen.
And top of screen there, we've got the live stream showing as well, and I'll tell you what, the tent has been packed. Obviously, next to our main arena here. We had the boats this morning, and a huge congratulations to all the successful teams in the Opens, as well as the males and females in the juniors, 23s and 19s in the surf boats. But it's the B final now at the Open Female Beach Relay B final. The Czech Republic lining up. It's been a massive day for these athletes. How do you get yourself up for another final?
Oh, it's huge. And when you get up for a race, what goes up must come down. So in between the races, they really need to just have some chill out time, whether it's a little bit of alone time, just maybe put some music in, have a lay down, whatever they need to do. But I tell you what, for a lot of these athletes this afternoon, there hasn't been a lot of time to do that. So when you can find rest, take it, even if it's 5 minutes, just to have a banana, something to eat. But as soon as you're back on, whatever you need to do, pump yourself up, jump around, get the music in your ears, you've got to get yourself lifted again.
Quite interesting you say that, because we know Lana Rogers is going to line up in the A final, and then a matter of 15 minutes later, she's lining up for the Ocean Woman event, which I know she would have marked in the calendar on this big stage at this big moment, the national teams as well, as one should really like to win. So like you talk about recovery and the ability, but also to flush out that lactate and the conditions of the surf as well. It's not a jump in and swim and board and ski paddle, it's ability to wade, porpoise and work that ocean as well. So a big challenge coming up for Lana Rogers, but we know how well and how professional she is.
Absolutely, yeah. Lana's she's been the best Iron Woman in the world at the moment. She's absolutely fantastic, and it's been really interesting. I was looking at the names. So we've had Lana and Naomi, who are in the Ocean Woman after this, as you said, probably only about 15 minutes. They are doing the beach relay, and then also Olivia and Molly, who are in the final from New Zealand, they actually aren't doing the beach relay, so they'd be there resting their legs. So it's going to be a tough one for the Australian girls. They're going to have to get through this, not panic too much, and then get ready for that Ocean Woman final.
All right, talking about finals, we have the Open Female Beach Relay B final lining up. We've got the Netherlands, Italy, Germany, Japan, Argentina on screen at the moment, Czech Republic, the USA, and that of South Africa. I expect to see a good showing from South Africa here. They are the youth beach relays from the females, took that out a matter of 2 days ago, and they're up and about. Netherlands close to the screen at the moment. It is a 4-person beach relay, and South Australia off-door flyer.
Yeah, they absolutely are. Look at them top of the screen there. You really want to set the rest of your competitors up, so doing very well. This is the tricky part. This is where everyone gets nervous. Everyone's done clean, we're out.
Get nervous. Well, as a commentator, I close my eyes for the transitions. Don't drop the baton. But a big move now from the USA. The stars and stripes of the USA have come with the fall.
Yeah, she's just stretching out. Look very nice. Great transition over there. Everyone's done that again. It looks messy in there, but everyone's come out nice and clean. No DQs happening there, and USA are definitely, they're stretching out nice, aren't they?
Yeah, USA all the way, but Germany now making their presence felt. So here we go, one leg to go. Germany changes over USA to that of South Africa as well. It's Germany, USA, big move, South Africa, top of screen. Germany, can they hold on? South Africa fighting back, top of screen. Who's going to get this one, Courtney?
Oh, my goodness, it's so tight. And at the top there, South Africa was so close. USA, everyone was coming in. You could just see the fatigue. Couldn't you at the end there? They were doing everything they possibly could, and you can see South Africa there. We've just got to wait and see now.
Can I say huge congratulations to all teams? I've not seen a drop baton. I hope I don't put the mocker on for the A final.
We'll touch wood here.
The A final coming up. And once again, they do their work. I know going back 7 days ago, I saw Team New Zealand down at Burleigh Beach down the road practicing their beach relays as well. So, you know, they're masters of their trade, but also the ability to put the work in as well. That is the B final. Wait for results to come through, but obviously, we've got 3 transitions to go through and changeovers, but South Africa, I believe, will come out on top. Just waiting. It's a nervous, isn't it? Let's do the replay here. It was a great start, top of screen as well from South Africa.
Yeah, look at that. They were out and about very fast, weren't they? They really wanted to set that up, and they look really good over the other side. They've got no one on their left-hand side there, just stretching out there. And as you said, you make a brilliant point with the transition to every single country. They've obviously all practiced this many, many times because it's been perfection.
Yeah, you can see Team France led in the third leg as well, but the big move from Germany. Love the move in Germany, and their transitions and changeovers are very good. But look at the move top of screen. Gave away about probably 5 to 8 metres. But South Africa really wound up. We talked about that backhand speed of the last third, and we'll just sneak in. Unofficial, probably go South Africa in 1, the Stars and Stripes of the USA in 2, Germany in 3, but unofficial, wait for that to come through. And it's a nervous wait, isn't it?
It is. This is horrible, this
because
part.
Big points, obviously it's a B final. You know, you're counting down from your top 8. This is position 9th at the World Championships, the national teams.
And it's hard for the competitors to see what they actually can because they're focused on running, they're focused on pushing that chest forward. So really difficult, but there we go. There's the high fives. It looks like South Africa has taken the win.
Yeah, Team USA, silver. Congratulations, South Africa in 1, USA 2, Germany in 3. Great performance from the German girls. Argentina potentially there in 4 as well. It is the B final, the A final coming up, and this is one I'm really excited for. You know, I love my surf sports and I love international flavour as well. And lining up here for the A final coming up very shortly as we see the B finalists wrapping up. Here they come now to the main arena, that of the A final. And the young girl from Australia there, Brittany Inga, this is her home beach, this is her home club. And she wants to put on a brave performance. And I believe that in terms of Australia as well, we may have the 2 fastest Australian and New Zealand runners going off first. So watch the sparks fly.
Wow, the sparks are certainly going to be flying, absolutely. And I think that's really smart, setting the pace off first to set your team up, because it'll be really, I guess it'll also, using the word spark, will spark the teammates to get going and really try and be in front. But they're not going to have it easy. They've got some very, very good competition. Egypt we've seen, Iran have been really, really good. So this is going to be really tough. And there's only 3 medals that are going to be given, but points are up for grabs. And at this time, the competition, I think there's only 4 points, isn't there, between New Zealand and Australia?
Yeah, not much indeed, but I think the early speed we'll see here, the early speed will definitely come from the Blackfins of New Zealand and that of Australia, Brittany Inga. Early speed, first leg, but watch for the moves from Iran and that of Egypt in legs 3 into 4. Super critical, with all battens staying upright. This is super critical. What about this? The Blackfins in Egypt. Look at the focus and determination. They're the current world champions in terms of the national teams, Egypt. Looking to go back-to-back. Courtney, can they do it?
Oh, this is fantastic. They've been looking good all day, so I certainly think they can. They've got a good spot. Look at that. You've got Egypt, you've got Australia and New Zealand, and they are off for a start.
Great start from Irving. Confidence, a wonderful thing. Took out the sprint earlier. Look at Irving really starting to stamp her authority over Inga as well. And now look at the moment. Back in 6th position is Iran. We have Egypt in 3rd. Egypt is a massive run from Egypt. Team New Zealand, change. All good, and away they go. Look for the move now. The black on the left-hand side, black cap of Egypt. Egypt is absolutely flying.
Wow, she's absolutely charging. They have certainly put the accelerator on, more so than when we saw the semi-final before, and they have a fantastic lead.
I know Iran will come in the last leg in particular. Egypt are absolutely flying across the sand at the moment. It's 1 leg to go back-to-back national champion. Egypt, this is it. Final change. One-hand changeover from Egypt. Unbelievable scenes. Iran on the chase. Egypt in 1, Iran in 2. Egypt will go back-to-back national champions. Unofficial. What a performance from the ladies from Egypt. Take a bow.
My eyes can't even keep up with how fast they are. And here we have New Zealand and Australia coming in. That's definitely going to have to go down to a photo finish. Wow, that was close for that bronze medal.
How good. Unofficial. We need to wait for the final changeover approval from changeover 1, 2 and 3. But Egypt, they owned that beach relay, the female beach relay national team's world championship. Unofficial Egypt 1, Iran in 2. Photo finish for 3. From the angle I was looking, I think maybe Australia just, and I say just, not confident by any means.
Oh, yeah,
but
that's
Egypt,
gonna be
what a
tight.
performance, and how good for the nation of Egypt.
They are amazing. I can't wait to see a big smile on all their faces, and hopefully we can get an interview with Josh, because they have just been incredible all day. They've been wonderful to watch. They've come a long way to be over here. I just saw a little smile, and here we have, there we go, there's the replay. And Brianna obviously starting off.
The move of Egypt in this, the last. That's her in 3rd at the moment. And we're looking at Yassin, Rashwan, Rigal and Ahmed. What a performance. New Zealand come out of the blocks. But the move here of number 2, I think that's Rashwan. Rashwan from Egypt really set this up. Changing over to Rigal. Iran made their presence felt as well. And the last runner of Kwan coming through. What a performance from Team Egypt, and it's Ahmed coming in last there at the run leg. Egypt in 1. They've been given the all clear of changeovers. Congratulations, our national female beach relay champions. Egypt in 1, Iran in 2, waiting on 3 on the photo finish to come through. We'll leave 3 for the judges, but that's Team Australia. We'll pick up 3rd place, New Zealand in 4. Let's go down the beach with our winning team from Egypt.
I'm here with the Egyptian ladies, back-to-back world champions. How does that feel?
It feels great. Feels very great. We work very hard for it. We like very happy for it.
Do you guys train together in Egypt, or do you just come together as part of the national team?
Yeah, we are a team. We train together. We like have a national camps together. Yeah. That's it.
And how special is it to come halfway around the world and become world champions again?
It's most of us our first time competing at a world champion. It's our first medal, so we are like very happy for it.
Well, congratulations, ladies, world champions. Well done.
Thank you.
Oh, that is magnificent. And Josh, if you don't mind, let's get them doing a lap around that of the track here at Karawa. What a moment. They had a training camp in Cairo there in Egypt as well, and what a moment for the Egyptians.
There is a massive crowd and everyone's having a blast, and I think there is not a person on the sand who is unhappy with the Egyptians getting that one done.
Yeah, definitely going back-to-back in performances. You know, to win it once could be a fluke. To win it twice proves you the best, and what a performance. And Iran as well, backing up 2 years ago as well in Italy to back up again. And how's the atmosphere down there, Josh? We got here on the drone at the moment. It looks, 6, 7, 8, 10 deep as well, and no better place to be than here at Karawa.
You're exactly right. Eyes are on next in these beach relays, B final, then the A final, and there's a lot of very excited people down here. Everybody's got something that they're racing for this afternoon. The Aussies and the Kiwis, that overall point score. Everyone else trying to either get a medal, trying to push their team up that point score overall. So there's all a bit of meaning down here for every single nation, and there's a lot of very happy competitors after that last one. And there's still some big races to come. Ocean Man, Ocean Women events late in the day. They are the big ones, the diamond events, that's for sure.
And I'll tell you the big one at the moment. New Zealand lead the Blackfins by 6 points. So look out for this A relay coming up, for the B relays up and about. Great Britain, South Africa, Switzerland, America, Iran, Japan and Sweden. And what a great start, front and centre at the moment. That looks like a phenomenal effort from Team USA. Looks like they started with Connor as well. He's the rocket from that of America at the moment. He had a phenomenal run, Connor Kanar at the moment, but look at the big move down here from South Africa, second on the right-hand side. So it's the Stars and Stripes are up and about, and that looks like Brian Murphy, the 41-year-old for Brian Murphy for the USA, but the big move right next to them as well. Iran making their presence felt, and also tucked up on the inside as well. Changeover time now. Team Japan comes to the presence felt as well. Oh, what a move at the moment. So we got, looks like Switzerland now coming through in front. Switzerland in one will take out the B final ahead of the Stars and Stripes of America. From Switzerland, I believe that's Iran in third place, unofficial. But a huge move and a huge play from the Swiss in the third and the fourth leg. What a performance. Oh, the Stars and Stripes of America. And Connor Kanar, he picked up a podium finish, I believe, in that at the A final earlier today. But the Swiss, what a performance from the Swiss to take out that of the B final. Unofficial. We'll wait for the changeover. All clearance from our officials, do a wonderful job. And we talk about the Gold Coast and the golden sunlight. Look at this really lighting up here. And it's hard to believe it's the last day of winter. And we look at the start. Connor Kanar, Stars and Stripes, front and centre. Exploded out of the blocks on the replay we can see here. And just south or just duck below there. The Swiss were right there. Changeover number one, they'll position 2. USA in 1, Swiss in 2 in the changeover. And then the US handed over to the older statesman of Murphy. That's how he's a great ambassador for Surf Lifesaving there in the USA as well, Lifesaving USA. But Switzerland in 1, and once again, an all clear changeover in the battens, not one drop bat of the 12 relay events we've seen throughout the whole entirety of today. What a performance, Switzerland. Our B champions. You see what it means to Team Swiss as well. What a performance. But the B finals will come back live as we now head to that of the A final. But there's a place for the B final. Switzerland in 1, USA in 2, Japan, what a performance, in 3. South Africa in 4, Great Britain 5, Sweden 6. Iran in 7. But it was all about the Swiss wrapping that up as we now go to the A final. And this is big. This, in the context of overall point score, this is massive. We see lining up the Netherlands will be in position 1. Australia, Canada, New Zealand, Germany, France and Egypt. And Spain will wrap up the top 8 in our open men beach relay. Let's go back to that of our 2 semi-finals. And it was France and Egypt to that of New Zealand in semi-final number 1. Semi-final number 2 was Australia to Spain to Germany in semi-final number 2. All the front end speed I expect to be New Zealand early, but look out for that of Egypt. When we go back, they are the reigning champions from Italy 2022. It was Egypt, Germany, France, New Zealand, South Africa in the men's beach relay. They are lining up. 4 athletes will go in. Once again, the balance of your team. Some are pigeonholed. No, Team Egypt are looking for 4 beach competitors and 1 water competitor, where we know we have some water babies running for that of Team New Zealand, also that of Australia as well. Let's have a quick look at Team Australia. You know, you've got the likes of Jason Goff, beach specialist, but then you've got Corey Fletcher, Wills Fletcher. We know how quick he is. Jake Smith, team captain, there he is. Oh, that's Corey Fletcher there. Jake Smith, team captain, looking to put in a captain's knock. And Zach Morris. Once again, these boys need to back up. Only in a moment of 10 minutes away. Here we go, lining up now. And Team New Zealand as well. Joe Collins, Fergus Eadie. Looking forward to see the big man run after breaking a world record yesterday in the pool. And up and about. He just missed the start. Oh, I tell you what, drama aplenty here, Courtney, because Egypt have missed the start, one of the favourites for this event.
Wow, I don't know what happened there. He just lost a bit of focus, but here we go. Here's a transition. Everyone's done it very, very well. But yeah, Egypt, they're really going to want to make, and they're making the distance up now from having that very slow start.
Yes, Spain, but now the move from Egypt. They have a one-hand change over Egypt as well, but it's New Zealand in 1. Oh, Egypt way behind the line as well. Oh, they're giving away plenty. Look at the move from Egypt. Second from the top of the screen. They've given away 20 metres already in this race, and Team Egypt are flying.
They are absolutely flying. You just saw Corey Fletcher look like a beach sprinter out there. But here we go, Egypt. Oh, I tell you what, it didn't matter that they had a slow start. They were out and about, and wow, look at them go. In
the context of a lot of things at the moment, it's Team Egypt our winners, but what about this Team Australia? I think have snuck in for second, but look at the excitement and the jubilation there of Team Egypt, not only taking out the female beach relay, but backing it up with the male beach relay national champions.
Oh, that was absolutely beautiful. Just wait till all the results come in and make sure all those baton changes are perfect, but for them to take the double, oh, that would just be a fantastic result, and congratulations, Egypt. Isn't that amazing?
Not only that, they missed the start by a good 5 minutes. We'll see the replay in a moment. The one-hand changeovers, changing over 5 minutes behind. Look at this, Egypt are still in the blocks. They are still in the blocks, giving away to that of Australia. What a start from Jason Goff. Obviously, they're behind the point score. This is mass, and we'll talk about team points in a moment, because this event, I think, has given Australia 8 points over New Zealand. The changeover, one-hand changeover, they're back in 4th Egypt with the big move here, the 3rd runner of Egypt. Now back in 5th on a changeover. But look at this, second from the top of screen, Egypt on the fly.
Oh, they were just incredible, wasn't it? You really just saw them put that together. And I love how they didn't worry about that start. They got into work, and look at what they did. They were probably happy to give everyone a bit of a handicap. And you can't see it on screen, but I just saw the coach from Egypt actually get the flag and running around. It was fantastic. Can't wait to hear from Josh, not too far away, but how beautiful was that? So, so proud of all of his athletes.
What a moment. What a moment. We had a couple in the beach relay final, but to go back-to-back champions, obviously they took out 2022. Let's go down the beach, not with one, but with the whole of Egypt. Down to you, Josh.
I think every Egyptian on the beach for 1,000 miles has come in here. I've got our translator in here. Obviously, the boys have done a fantastic job. The ladies did a fantastic job. How proud is Egypt?
We're so excited, mate. They're running the desert. It's so good. We're so proud of what happened. Men and women done it properly. First stage.
Well, it's absolute scenes down here. We'll go back up to you. The Egyptian party started.
I wouldn't say about coming down there, back up to us, Josh, because I tell you what, the Egyptians are up and about, and what a moment. How good was that?
Oh, they're my favourites. Is that being really biased? That was fantastic. And Josh, thank you so much for that wonderful interview. That was fantastic, getting all the team in there. That is what it is all about, and they were just beautiful shots to see.
Josh, can we get them to do a lap? Let's get them to do a lap around the running track with the flags, the whole group, because they deserve it. I know their team made up of a majority of beach sprinters and one water competitor only. There you go. The Egyptians, Team Egypt, will take out the males, but they're alive down there. What a moment.
And make sure, Josh, you run with them.
Yeah, they did a fantastic job down here, guys. Unbelievable performance. They're celebrating. They won both the relays at the last World Championships. They've gone a double back-to-back here on Australian soil, and they're very happy. There's tears, they're cheering. They'll celebrate for a long, long time. And the rest of those countries very happy as well. The Australians will be stoked with that one. A little buyback of points in terms of the overall point score. So it's been a big change up on that point score in the last 15 minutes. But the Egyptians, they will celebrate for a long, long time.
Yeah, I think that's approximately 6 points advantage in that one race from Australia to New Zealand. So watch this space. Obviously, Australia finished second, France third, New Zealand finished in sixth. Now, you've got to remember, 20 for first place, 18 points for second. So 18 points will bank Australia, 16 for third. Then we go down to 14, 13, 12, 11. So advantage Australia in that case, probably drawing a little bit closer to the lead New Zealand. But look at this moment. Egypt, get on the bandwagon. This is what it's all about. We're going around the globe, and this is what Lifesaving's all about.
Oh, this is fantastic. And everyone watching on home, their friends and family will just be jumping for joy. And I love the emotions. They worked so hard. They travelled so far to get here. And we're just looking at the point score at the moment. New Zealand and Australia are actually tied on 210 points. France being on 152 in third at the moment.
Wow, what a performance. That's based purely on the ocean of today. So 210 points each. And we talk about the depth and the strength, don't we, in terms of New Zealand and Australia. And it's very hard to split them. And 210 points each is probably deserving at the moment where we stand.
Absolutely. That is going to be so close. And the athletes will be getting updates from the coaches. They'll definitely have their pen and paper down there, knowing what's going on. So going into our last two events of the afternoon, the Ocean Woman and the Ocean Man coming up. Wow, I tell you what, the best of the best are in this race, and it's it's definitely going to come down to that final wire. We do go back to the M-shaped course as well. So what we saw this morning, we had to change that just for safety for the women, but we will go back to doing that M-shape. So you've got double of every leg, the order being swim, board, ski. Obviously got the transition runs in between, so it's going to be a tough one.
Yeah, tough one, but you know what? This is showcasing what Lifesaving is all about. It is the Ocean Women race coming up, the Ocean Women race coming up, and the Ocean Man as well coming up. And this typifies Lifesaving, what we want to showcase the rest of the world in 2032. It's a sport that's been long breeding ground for so many of our world's top Olympians, that of Lifesaving. You know, we talk about yourself as well as, you know, we saw today Riley Fitzsimmons out there, Tom Green out there as well, the Olympians. We go back, you know, Kai Hurst is on the beach as well there, helping out coaching. In its own right, Lifesaving sport, it's iconic, not only here in Australia, but right around the globe, making household names for Australians right around the world. And I know the ILS president, Graham Ford AM, he said, internationally, lifesaving sport continues to grow, and there's never been a better time to pursue the Olympic pathway of 2032 Brisbane. And we spoke about this earlier, the Australian Championships, about the official steps during the Australian Championships towards that event being included the Ocean Man and Woman as well, and also the relay. Ocean relay coming up, the M-shaped relay. But this is what it's about. Less than, just under 50 countries represented here. And what a day it's been. Not only the last 2 days of ocean racing, but also today with the open teams, putting on a great display of life-saving skills.
Yeah, they have. They've switched over the youth and the open. So youth obviously doing the ocean first, and now they're in the pool. And then the open's doing vice versa. So they're going to finish off on the ocean. So, but it is just, you're spot on, Ty. It's the perfect time for our sport to really get up and shine, because we see all the youngsters coming through. They're fantastic, and they really go, I guess, excel in kayaking, triathlon, cross-country running, pool swimming. There's so many athletics. There's so many other sports that these surf lifesavers are very, very good at. So they can do everything. They do it all. And as I say that, we look on screen right now, the Ocean Women, 24, so a couple more. So they're going to be quite tight at the start of this first leg. But I'll assure you that they'll definitely spread out in this M-shaped course because there's a lot of tricky, so I say trickiness happening out there. So it's going to be one to watch. So make sure you're on this live stream coverage.
Yeah, we talk about you mentioned the skills then of the conditions that they're going to face going in and out 6 times, on board swim ski as well, but also fatigue. It's been a massive day, not only today, Courts, but also the last 2 days. Now I know some athletes would have done a lot of pool events, some might not have done as many, they might have done only a few sort of team relay events. But this is an event, this is the blue ribbon event of the individual racing for your national open teams as well. This is the event you want to win. And even looking on the beach there, you've got some other professional Ironmen have come down to watch this event. Not only from a national team perspective, but also preparing for Interclub next week. Look at the quality lining up that we said here in the girls' race in particular. Naomi Scott, won the Australian Championship 2 years ago. Lana Rogers won the Australian Championship this year. Back-to-back Australian Championships lining up. Then you've got Molly Shivden there as well from New Zealand. And then Holly Main. She's been here in Australian training, obviously down with the Burleigh clubs, Burleigh Hedge Mowbray Park, under the Michael King and the Kingdom there, representing the USA. And then we go, semi-final, Olivia Corrin. Phenomenal swim earlier today. She'll take confidence from that swim. Talk about swim. Japan's Sara Tazaki. What about that? Imagine if Sara Tazaki, with a little bit of luck, she's good enough to take out the Ocean Women Championship, World Championship right now. What a quality field from top to toe. I'll tell you what, the cream is about to rise.
They certainly are. I wouldn't be surprised with Sarah, but the man that is down there looking at the athletes, maybe can have a little bit of the body language, see who's nervous, who's feeling confident, is Josh Minogue.
Yeah, the girls down here very, very nervous, just getting last instructions from the officials here. And a couple of these girls will be loving a little bit of extra rest, especially Lana Rogers, Naomi Scott coming straight out of that beach relay. The Kiwis, they want them to go now. They want the rest to be the absolute minimum possible. And who would have thought 3 days of racing, the final 2 events today, and the point scorers all tied up at the top. That's how close it is down here. And I think you guys were spot on. There's going to be a couple of girls who'll try and play spoiler here. Holly Main from the US, Sara Tazaki from Japan. They'll be very, very good, and they'll be in this one up to their eyeballs. The girls haven't done the M-shape Ocean Woman course yet. They went just the traditional course this morning. So for the first time today, they'll go around that. And as we spoke about this morning, skills are so important. You go through the break twice as many times. You come back through the break twice as many times. Every single mistake's going to cost you 10, 20, 30 metres. And in the end, that's going to cost you overall points.
Yeah, so much to play, so much on offer as well. And just discussing the program with some of these athletes as well, leading in. You look at Lana Rogers. She's had 3 beach relays to do, along with Naomi as well, plus the drag and the rescue tube rescue as well. So, and the context of this race, there's a lot of running and waiting as well, Courtney. So I think leg fitness is going to be a key part of this race as well.
Yeah, absolutely. We actually saw Lana Rogers sitting down on her board there, along with Sara Tazaki as well. So they would be a little bit fatigued, but they are ocean women, so they are very, very fit. But yes, as well as Naomi Scott, she's had a big program as well. And we saw Molly and Olivia Corrin actually resting for this, so they will be nice and fresh. But the women are right there ready to go. They're looking out, just setting themselves up, and I'm really excited about this one. One of my favourite on the calendar, and here they are off and racing.
Yeah, it's the National Teams Open Women World Lifesaving Championship, individual race up and about. It's an M-shaped course. We start with swim, we go to board, we go to ski, we finish with a run leg as well. And we talk about the leg fitness. And up and about the moment, Lana Rogers off to a flyer.
Yeah, Lana really got that, that little bit of extra metres over Naomi Scott. Naomi Scott, I felt she just dived down a little bit earlier, might have hit a pothole, might be feeling a little bit fatigued after that beach event right there. But we also look like we have Ireland up there front. She's had a phenomenal start in this Ocean Woman event.
Yeah, that's Barry. That's Barry from Aisling Barry from Ireland. What a great start. Once again, she's quite tall in stature as well. We can see the move now as well. Sara Tazaki, Japan. Great confidence after the relay race, the Ocean Woman relay early at the moment. But it's Naomi Scott, Lana Rogers and Sara Tazaki side by side.
And I can promise you all now, this is going to be really, really competitive. The way that everyone's swimming over the top of each other, over the top of everyone's legs, and also trying to, I guess, cut people off, go for that inside. There's a lot happening out there. It's and remember, it is a sprint, so it's an M shape. As we heard from Josh before, it's very, very fast out to that first can. Sharp turn back in, so you really want to be on the inside right now. So it looks like we might have Olivia Corrin on the inside of Sarah Tazaki, Lana Rogers on the inside of Naomi Scott.
And then back to Molly from New Zealand, the Black Fins as well, and the Stars and Stripes. Probably Holly Main back there in 6, having a great swim as well. Around they go at the moment. And it's Lana Rogers. Look at this, battling the two Australians. And it's Naomi Scott says, I tell you what, there is no love lost at the can, as Lana Rogers sneaks up on the inside of Naomi Scott.
Yeah, they're in the position they want. They've been working together all as a team this whole time, but everyone wants to win it. Everyone wants to be the Ocean Woman champion, and I feel like Olivia Corrin's got a really great spot there. She's just sitting in there. She hasn't really wasted too many of her cookies just yet, so she's settling in there. But USA looking very, very nice as well. They're sitting there in a comfy position, and just a little bit of wash riding going on at the moment.
Now, it's an M-shaped course as well, and I think what's going to be critical here, Courtney, is the ability to come in the wave zone. They're not a straight line swell. We're not talking, 10, 12-second period where it's a nice, even wave. It's popping up left and right. So the ability to pick up a swell, but then to hold that wave under fatigue, because they're not powerful waves towards the shore as well. This will be critical. Olivia Corrin now really starting to make her presence felt, but watch the wave zone. To me, this could be make or break.
Yeah, we saw Sarah Tazaki. She's been body surfing extremely well, and Olivia Corrin looks really good to me. I feel like she's not rushing. Here's who's going to get that wave. This is where the skills really come into play, and I feel like Molly Shiven has just come over the back there, and she's done really, really well with that. So one of the hardest skills to do is you saw Naomi Scott. She's going to get down that. Molly's going to come down. Sarah with those brilliant surf skills, and they're going to be pushed all together. But Naomi Scott.
This is exactly what I was just talking about, the context of this race, the ability. Now, all of a sudden, Naomi Scott missed that first wave, had the stand and prop, but now picked up that second wave, execution under fatigue to a T. Naomi Scott advantage. Big question, Lana Rogers. There she is, Holly Main, big swim from the USA.
There's two things that Naomi Scott gets from this. Not only does she get that extra ride so that she has distance going in front of this second swim, but she got rest. So rest in M shape is very, very valuable.
I think the other thing too, she gets clean water now. She doesn't have to worry about people around her. But down the beach, toes in the sand, Josh Minogue.
Yeah, the girls, I think they made a bit of an error on the way out. They ended up a long way to the south of that first turning can. And then when they hit the beach, they were a long way south of that run flag that they had to go around. So Naomi Scott's led them a long way further north, heading back into this second half of the swim. Holly Mains followed. Sarah Tazaki, the Kiwi girls, and Lana Rogers have all taken the same line. So I think they've learnt really quickly that there is a lot more wash pushing down the beach this afternoon than there was this morning. They won't miss this second can, but you could throw a blanket basically over first through about 15th place, and there's just a giant line. Those waves have really pushed everybody through in little groups, and everyone's still in this one, and your ability to hold the waves all the way to the beach and not end up in that sort of chest to waist depth water is going to make a massive difference in this race.
Yeah, great insight to what's happening down there on the beach at the moment. We'll be back down there as well, Josh. They come through the next transition. But Naomi Scott at the moment, she's a professional iron woman in terms of the Australian context of iron person racing. She's used to this day by day as well. She's in a very comfortable position.
Naomi is a phenomenal ocean woman. I don't think we haven't seen the best of her yet. I think she's got a very big future to come. She's obviously won the Australian titles, but she's got more to do. I know that she's naturally been a great ocean iron woman for a very, very long time, and she's really setting this race up very well. As I said before, just to get that distance out in front with these M shapes, you get out of the mess, you get to go around nice and cleanly, and it's really, really handy just having that. So as we see Naomi Scott leading the way, coming back in, she'll let herself go with that. But Sarah Tazaki is having a wonderful swim at the moment. She's been so strong this whole time. We just look behind her. We've got Lana Rogers trying to get on that inside of Sarah. Then we go back to Olivia Corrin. We've got also France, USA, and we've also got Molly back in there as well.
Yeah, it's a great race, isn't it? We're not even a third of the way through, but going back to that first part of the M shape, the ability, we had 6 coming in that wave zone. And first wave really split them up. But it was the skill set of Naomi Scott we spoke about that really now put her in this position of where she's at. And she would like this position. Nice clean water coming in. No one to sort of rough and tumble around the cans as well. Once again, come with the wave zone. Hopefully a wave will present itself to reapply that skill set again.
Definitely. I feel like Sarah, she's been definitely at the top of really those skills at the moment. Sarah's, as you see, she was just swimming back into the rest of the field, and you've got to really put your head up, make sure you don't knock any heads there. The reason they're doing that has been a stronger swell off to the northern side, so we'll see a few of those competitors, and that's the reason they're doing that. They're not actually doing that because they're confused. They've got a reason for why they're doing that, and Naomi Scott, she potentially, I reckon she would have been in the wave zone now, hopefully getting a wave and really certain her dominance.
Yeah, we'll pan out and have a look. Look at this from the first M shape coming out, the wave that come through. We had 4, 5 or 6 come through, but it's this next wave here on the right-hand side, and we'll pick up coming back live in a moment. This is the skill set of Scotty. She sat up and propped and then come over the top. That then went out to a 10 to 15 metre lead, which is crucial to where we are now. Now coming back live, Josh Minogue down there. How's Naomi looking? Has she hit the beach yet?
Yeah, that gap has really opened up there. She got 2 waves. She'll just stand up now. She's a long, long way to the south of this transition area. There's 4, maybe 5 girls on the next wave. One of the Australians, Lana Rogers, has just dropped off. There's a black cap. Sarah Tazaki's there. Holly Main's hanging in as well. And this is scary times for the rest of the girls. Naomi Scott, she's probably the best swimmer in the field, but she's definitely the best ski paddler in the field. If she can survive this board leg with any kind of lead, it's all over for the rest of the girls. You put her on a ski at the front of an Iron Woman race and she's going to go at the moment. So it's Australia in 1, 2, Holly Main of the US in 3, Olivia Corrin, big transition to move up into 3rd, and Sarah Tazaki hanging on. Molly Shibnan, plenty of work to do, the second of the Kiwi athletes in 6th place, but she's battling on hard. The gap's closed again, so maybe Naomi Scott's used just a little bit too much in that opening swim leg.
Yeah, that's a very good point. I was about to say that, just jumping on a board so early, that's a sign that there's a bit of leg fatigue there from Naomi Scott as well. She's the hunter at the moment, but I love the transition of Lana Rogers. And Lana Rogers in this position is very dangerous.
She is very dangerous, and she's known for her transitions. They're very, very good, very fast. She really pushes the limits out there when she does a transition. She almost goes fast enough just to make the other competitors hurt. As we see Naomi Scott, I think you were right there, Ty. Getting on her board so early and not doing the bunny hopping was not only slower, but it just shows potentially that fatigue from her very big day, which I can totally understand. But Lana Rogers, she's getting a sniff right now, so she's going to go on the back end of Naomi Scott.
It's interesting, isn't it? Like Naomi Scott picked up that wave. She would have grown confidence from that going out in the swim leg. And then Lana Rogers would have grown a lot of confidence in that transition, knowing she's halved the distance to that of Naomi Scott already. And I love the work of Lana Rogers. Now, you know, we talk about she's a standout professional Iron Woman last year, was the best around the globe in terms of Australian performance at the moment, in consistency as well. She's been in the position many, many times before. She'll conserve a bit of energy tucked in behind that of Scotty, wait for that of Lana Rogers to open up, chasing the swell back to the beach, and then heading out in the second part of the M shape.
And Lana loves leading. It gives her confidence. She really, really drives it forward. So Naomi Scott's doing all the hard work at the moment. Olivia Corrin on the pink board in 3rd, not too far away. Sarah Tazaki there in 4th. She's hanging on as well. So, but the ski leg is last, and anything can happen. We know we've got to go out twice, come back in twice. So it's it's still a long way from being over, and it's definitely this M shape more of an endurance. So that's why the speed's a little bit not as quick as when we'd see a really quick kind of 8 minute Ocean Woman. So it's a little bit slower, purely because they're going to be out there for a good 20 minutes.
Right, this is super critical in the context. We're now just going close to halfway through this race at the moment. The ability to lift that cadence, that rating, get that board speed going to really milk the ocean in terms of runners. Talk about milk the ocean. Lana Rogers has fallen off. Lana Rogers has just fallen off. Naomi Scott now has extended that lead, and Olivia Corrin has now moved up into 2nd.
If there was a more perfect time for Naomi Scott to have a moment for Lana falling off, that was it right then and there. And Lana would be a little bit frustrated herself, but she's really got to tap back on. And as I said that, Naomi Scott, look at that. That was a fantastic paddle. She really, really worked hard. And we're going to have a replay of falling off the board. So here, look, Lana Rogers on the left. Just her nose pops in and just rolls off the side. And that's just that northerly coming in. And we really want to see, here we go. So that's really stretched out again. But Josh, what are you thinking? Who looks good out there? Whose faces look tired?
Olivia Corrin looks the best out of all these girls at the moment. Naomi Scott, heavy breathing. Lana Rogers, big mistake on the way home, and that's uncharacteristic of an athlete of her quality. But Olivia Corrin, she's got through what is, I would think, her worst leg in the swim at the front of this race. She's worked her way up into second place in her major leg, and she looks comfortable. She didn't do the beach relay. She looks relaxed, and at the moment, she's obviously playing the spoiler for the Australians. There's a big battle on in 4th and 5th place between Sarah Tazaki and Holly Main. They're doing a fantastic job there, but I think if I had to bet at the moment, Olivia Corrin looking very, very strong.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head there. I love the ability of Olivia Corrin being fresher in the leg, especially in the context, big transition coming up in a moment, and then that out of a ski leg as well. And she will know that. She will know that she has probably a little bit more leg freshness than the other girls. Naomi Scott held up. Corrin make a move now. Sit and pop and get that board motoring. Look at this. 1, 2, 3. We see our New Zealand Blackfins of Olivia Corrin almost sneak through this one. Naomi Scott had to roll. Advantage to that of Lana Rogers, but also Olivia Corrin right there.
Oh, she's right there. And we just saw that southern side, it has less, the waves are calmer. The northern side's a little bit bigger. So unfortunately for the girls, and as we see Holly Shiv just going around there at the moment, she's got a little bit of work to do. But Olivia Corrin finds herself in a very good position again. Lana being out in front, Olivia Corrin just behind her. Naomi Scott, unfortunately, just getting a little bit hit harder than the other girls.
Now, we spoke about this in the first part of the M-shaped board, where Lana Rogers sat behind that of Naomi Scott. I like the work of Olivia Corrin here, sitting behind that of Lana Rogers. Wait for the move of Olivia Corrin once they turn that final can to chase home. She would chase the runners hard, but really get the board speed up to lift on those swells, potentially pull up next to Lana Rogers. This is an amazing race of the Ocean Woman final of the national teams here. Lana Rogers, pure class, out in front at the moment, but the black fins of Olivia Corrin tucked in behind. Rogers will go around 1 in front, 1 board length. Look for the move now of Corrin. She wants to sneak up on the right-hand side. Lana Rogers advantage, big advantage for Lana Rogers. Got the board moving quicker. Corrin on the chase.
Well, she's definitely, Lana's going to learn what happened before where she tipped off to the side. And here we go. Naomi Scott's working those runners really, really well. Olivia Corrin, she's just tipping her nose just towards the northern side, just a little bit. So she's definitely experienced. She really had a breakout season last year. So these 3 girls train side by side. Naomi Scott, she's so good on those runners out to the south there.
Yeah, she saw the tuck to the south and may have picked up a swell. There it is, Naomi Scott. An absolute master stroke from Naomi Scott. She looked behind and saw the run of the swell and the grain of the swell. She turned the nose more towards the south, lifted the cadence, lifted the rating, lifted the board speed and pulled over the top.
I think this was a moment that Naomi Scott really needed. As Josh said before, she had a bit of a heavy breather going on, but then she's had a little rest now, so she looks really good. Lana Rogers is still in there. She's led here. She's just tapped on with Naomi Scott, but we might get Josh back on the mic to commentate this transition.
Yeah, side by side, guys, the 2 Australians. Lana Rogers goes to the front. Scott's course management all day long has been absolutely flawless. She finds the right line on the way out. She finds a wave on the way home. And while maybe the other girls look a little bit rusty, it's obviously the first race of their season. She has been absolutely flawless. Rogers leads onto the ski, grabs it for the long. Too far behind, and a huge transition for Corrin. Corrin closed the gap absolutely immediately off that board. She flew up and around. She knew now was the time. Rogers jumps on relatively cleanly. Naomi Scott goes further north, and Olivia Corrin splits the difference.
Yeah, really interesting for a number of reasons. Number one, pound for pound in ski paddling, they're very, very similar, but it's the ability to paddle under fatigue at the last leg of an Ocean Woman coming up. Lana Rogers has a bit between the teeth at the moment, has been in this position many, many times before. Will the experience come to the fore for Lana Rogers?
Yeah, I agree with you, Ty. That's what I was going to say. There's just see Sarah Tazaki picking up the ski there. Very, very good. But Lana Rogers, she has been in this position so many times. She's really gritty and she really knows how to hurt herself. She's done it many, many times. She's had plenty of battles with these girls before. Naomi Scott may be looking a little bit fatigued, and as we just see that 5-10 metres in the shallows there, look how much Lana Rogers has stretched out. And I tell you what, deja vu, I've seen her do this many times. So if Olivia Corrin or Naomi Scott are going to want to catch Lana, they really need to go now.
I love the way Lana attacked that first 30 metres under fatigue on the ski. Got in, got the boat up, got the boat moving. Actually went to the south a little bit, which is quite interesting because she's actually being pushed down with a swell, but she saw a little avenue, a little opportunity to sneak around a swell and get out. She snuck over 2 compared to the other 2 girls, and all of a sudden she got a 30-metre lead, looking out in front and leading comfortably at the moment.
And you can't give someone like Lana Rogers a 30-metre lead. That is just so hard to catch. You don't even want to give her a 5-metre lead. She's just so good at the moment, and she's just in such good form. She's going to be very, very hard to beat here from now. But again, we saw what happened the board. Stranger things have happened out there. But yeah, Lana Rogers, she get around here, get in safely, and then it's really going to be a fight. You've got Olivia Corrin. She'll really want to try and split those Australians up, so she'll be fighting all the way.
Yeah, great little battle in 2 and 3 between Australia and New Zealand at the moment, but Lana Rogers out in front. I love that little bit of a bow peak. Looks to her right, size up the moment, and that's an opportunity to reassure herself. She doesn't need to put herself under too much pressure. Your process is the most important. She'll get the boat up, get the boat moving, and pick up the wind swells back to the transition of the M shape. Look at this from Lana Rogers. Oh, you can see in the eyes she wants this one.
She certainly wants it, yeah. She said that at the start of the season, she really wants to take out every Iron Woman she goes in. We just see Olivia Corrin milking that wave, milking, should I say, a runner turning into a wave. And you can just see on the drone shot right now, she has really done so well on that. And she is probably, half that distance to Lana Rogers, definitely out there. But I'd love to hear from Josh Minogue what he's thinking with the girls coming in.
Just when you think one of these girls has got this race by the scruff of the neck, one of the other girls really lifts and gets back into it. A tough little wave for Lana Rogers there. Oh, she going sideways, brings it back around. So I don't think this race is close to over with half the ski leg left to go. Every time I think maybe Lana Rogers has got it, maybe Naomi Scott's got it, somebody else jumps up, makes an effort, gets themselves back into it, and I think this one's going to come right down to the wire.
I would love a sprint finish, taking nothing away from Lana Olivia. That's probably the last thing they want. But Lana Rogers is the hunted at the moment, and the hunter is right behind Olivia Corrin, just struggling to get around. That's just the movement of the water. And you can see the frustration as well there for Olivia.
2 mistakes that happened in that moment. We had Naomi Scott slewed off to the side. That could be very costly. And then we've got Olivia Corrin just getting a little bit frustrated. Her rudder got stuck and she had to do a very wide turnaround. And that's the reason that she managed to get that extra 5 metres. So at the moment, Olivia Corrin's really going to have to do something very special at the moment to catch up to Lana Rogers.
I like the work of Lana Rogers. Just sneaks to the right and just snuck around 1 or 2 waves. And what that does is it doesn't get the white water hitting in the chest or in her belly there at the moment. And that just frees you up a little bit. Olivia Corrin copped a couple in the stomach there going out, and it just stops you. And when you're under fatigue, it's really hard to get that boat up and going again.
Absolutely. You can see Sarah Tazaki, amazing ocean woman. And it's just at the end, having the ski last is incredibly hard. They're very, very heavy to lift and being very fatigued, not only after the ocean woman, but also all the events they've done today. Lana still looking good. I haven't seen her slow that pace down once.
Yeah, that's a very good point. To a sign of how they're feeling is their cadence and rating. You see at the moment, Lana Rogers, the stroke rate, you're seeing it probably 60 to 70 strokes per minute, and that's a very, very good sign of the tail end of an ocean woman event at the moment. Obviously, can't look behind. It's all about process at the moment. More importantly for Lana, it's about getting around that can and then ripping in, chasing the swells back to the beach.
Yeah, absolutely. No, she's doing so well out there. And this would be different for Lana Rogers. She's been getting ready for the Coolangatta Gold, so she's been doing the long distance. So I feel like the ocean woman today would have suited her. But as she's come off that can, look at that swell coming through. I tell you what, she would have been thinking ahead, the perfect time to pop onto that.
A little bit of an armchair ride there. That's exactly what you want around that final M-shaped can of the ski. Olivia Corrin left-hand side looking for a swell as well. Big decision time. Corrin really fighting the grain to come back. You see, Lana doesn't want to go too far south because she knows if Corrin pulls up, all of a sudden it's going to be a sprint finish. And you can see the challenge for a lot of these competitors back in that of the water zone, but it's out in the back at the moment. Let's look top of screen. Lana Rogers, you can see top right at the moment. I would say Olivia Corrin has a better position, but I think Lana may be in front. She'll turn that ski around now, chase that of the swell. Keep it straight, Lana Rogers. You will be our champion.
Oh, she has done that so well. And if there was a sprint finish, we may not see that at the moment, but Lana's really got to hold this nice and straight. Both Lana, Naomi and Olivia are very, very quick across the sand. I'm just wondering if Josh is able to be there nice and close and can call them on through.
Yeah, the girls have done a great job there. I thought for a second maybe Rogers had gone a long way too far down the beach, but it looks like she's been joined by Corrin and Naomi Scott. Lana Rogers has done it all, and she adds world champion to her resume.
Yeah, what a performance from Lana Rogers. And I tell you what a race it was. It's the Ocean Woman, was an M shape. It was swimboard ski. But Lana Rogers is the first Australian team at this at the international level in terms of world championships. And look at that for fatigued across the line as well. Says it all. Congratulations. Go Australia. Congratulations, Lana Rogers.
Yeah, congratulations, Lana. She's
Scotty, what about that?
Australia will be very happy. 1-2. Olivia Corrin put up a big fight with that. That was all these girls training together side by side every day, just along the beach, not too far away from here. Olivia will be disappointed just because she probably felt the country on her back out there, but very, very wonderful effort by all three girls. And Lana Rogers just too strong at the end. She's so used to that position. I felt like the experience really came through in the end.
Yeah, most definitely. And we spoke about decisions and making good decisions. And Naomi Scott in particular, course management, Josh mentioned earlier today, she's been on point in all events. Sarah Tazaki coming in. What a performance from our Team Japan and Sarah Tazaki. We saw the fatigue going around that last transition of the end shape as well. But this is great for this young lady because she puts the work in, and you look at the top three that finished, they all train together, and this young lady is also biting at the bit with them day in, day out as well.
Yeah, she is, and you can see that Sarah's improved so much, and been training alongside the three girls, she'd know the pace. She'd want to go with them. We see Molly doing very, very well. She's only young, and she's really going very, very well for New Zealand out there. So, that was so tough. The Ocean men would be watching on the sideline thinking, oh my goodness, now we have to go and get that exactly the same race done now.
I mentioned that earlier today, having the best smile on the beach. And what about that from Sarah Tazaki as she crossed the line over to Scotty? And it changed per leg, didn't it? You know, we looked at 6 coming that first M shape. Scotty picked up that wave, let out. Lana Rogers behind. Then Lana let out. Olivia was behind as well. And then Lana just made the most of the opportunities. And to Molly, well done. I tell you what, experience is a wonderful thing. And for this young lady to be on this stage as well, to perform like she has, phenomenal effort to the Blackfins and New Zealand Molly. Let's go down the beach now with our winner, Lana Rogers, with Josh Minogue.
I'm here with the champ, Lana Rogers. What a day you've had. You said you've got new respect for beach competitors after coming straight from the beach relay into that one. It must feel very special.
It does, but I'll tell you, my legs are tired. Oh my gosh. But no, it's super awesome to be on home soil, plus do it for Australia. To shout out to my teammate Naomi Scott, we got that job done, and top 4 for BMD Northcliffe, so thank you, Floody. You.
What about that race there? Obviously a real 3-way battle. Scotty, Liv Corrin, yourself, the whole way there. A few mistakes from all the girls. It's early in the season. But how tough is it when you start to redline early and you know you've got that giant M-shape Ocean Woman to go?
Yeah, I don't really think about that. I think about one leg at a time. And when I fell up that board, I was like, ooh, okay, let's get back on. We're not a nipper. But, just one leg at a time, step by step. And, that was a training day for us. We all trained together at the end of the day. And, again, we're really good at switching hats. So, it was really good to do it with the crew.
Back again tomorrow?
Oh, yeah.
Good luck. Lana Rogers, World Ocean Woman Champion.
Oh, Lana Rogers, take a bow. What a performance. And I love how she goes about her business as well. But what a phenomenal race it was. It started with that of the swim leg. It was a battle of 6, wasn't it, that went round in that first M shape. And great performance from all. Olivia Corrin made her move. Made a very good move, Olivia Corrin, this first part of the swim leg as well. Come up the shoulder of Scotty. They went round 1-2, the Aussie girls, with no love lost in that first cam. But the move of Olivia Corrin as they come back to the wave zone. And 3 girls, there we go there. We saw Holly then go to the front. There's Olivia Corrin as well, and just got boxed out. But it was the strength of Scotty to maintain that body wave in that first leg, set up the swim. But Lana Rogers, the composure and the experience, there she is sitting back in 3rd position at the moment, knowing there's a long way to go, but also, knowing she's done the work and the base of endurance and experience for her to be there at the end.
Absolutely. Olivia Corrin just sat in perfectly, wash road where she could. Naomi Scott, when you're out there in front, you've got to go with it and do your best. And we just saw Lana Rogers just had that little blip just here as the board popped over, and she said how tired her legs were. So sometimes that fatigue in your legs on a board can really just make them a little bit not as strong as normal. But here we go coming around. There's so many moments out there that we just see this was where it was all happening, was it? Lana Rogers on that south side just slipped over there. Naomi Scott, 2 rolls there, but then she made it back here. So she kept coming back, and she even kept coming back to the fact where she got runner-up and got Olivia Corrin just at the end there.
Yeah, last leg then Lana Rogers. This is the bit, the first 30 metres this ski leg, getting in, just sneaking around 1 or 2 little bits of white water, obviously just to keep them off the lap, set it up. Olivia Corrin, you see, made the big move, bottom of screen there, coming through as well. And challenging conditions. But let's go down the beach. One of the best smiles on the beach, all the way from Japan, Sara Tazaki.
Yeah, very happy girl down here on the beach. Sara Tazaki, you have had an absolutely stellar day. Led that Ocean Woman relay and now 4th place in this one. You must be very happy.
Oh, I'm stoked for today. I knew it was going to be a big day today, so I was trying to rest when I can, but try to warm up properly, warm down properly, so I'm really happy with my results.
Both the Australian teams and the New Zealand teams have their eye on you because they know how well you can do and they know you're going to take points off their rivals. So does it feel a little bit stressful to be going in with that kind of reputation?
Oh, definitely. I train with the Aussie and the New Zealand girls every day, so I know how hard they train. I train, obviously, as well. But, yeah, I knew what they had, I knew what I had, so I just had to try and put it together and make it a good race.
Tell me about Team Japan. How important is it for you to represent them?
Oh, it's an honour. Yeah, my parents are Japanese, so I speak Japanese at home, but when I'm with the team, they just include me as family, so I'm really happy to be representing them.
Well, you've had a spectacular day. Congratulations. Good luck again tomorrow.
Thank you so much.
Josh, before we go, can we get Sara to say in Japanese a big shout out to all those in Japan that are watching us live through Livestream, YouTube and SBS.
We're looking for you to give us a massive shout out to all the Japanese fans at home in Japanese. Can you do that for us?
日本の皆さん、いつも応援をありがとうございます。かっこいいところを見せられたかなと思うんですけど、これからも応援よろしくお願いします。
Well done, Sara Tazaki.
How good, and a great interview as well, Josh. And she's one of the greats, but to come over, in terms of from Japan, I know her mum as well, and what a moment for Japan and Sara Tazaki in 4th. But Lana Rogers, it was her stage, it was her moment, but she's never had all her own way either. And to Naomi Scott in 2nd, that was a gallant effort to finish 2nd. Olivia Corrin, she was right there the whole way, and I actually feel for a bit for Liv, but so we get a lot of confidence out of that as well. Obviously coming to races tomorrow and also next week in the Inter Club as well. And Molly in 5th. Saskia Hockley from South Australia, we didn't mention her the whole race, but what a performance, 6 overall. Holly Main 7th, down to Elise from France, we spoke about there in 10th as well. But what a performance from all the ladies right around the globe.
Yeah, Holly Main was one that also stood out for me from USA. She really hung in there as long as she could. She wasn't too far off Sara, it was in just that last ski leg. So well done to the girls out there. And now we move on to the men.
This is big.
Huge.
This is big. We saw the Ocean women just line up, and what a great performance. If the males can be half of what we just saw in the Ocean men lining up, look out. Because we've got Italy there, Didilio, Kupov there for the Netherlands, O'Neill from USA, Cotter from Ireland, Wolkoff as well from Germany, Whittaker, Robbie Whittaker, the young man up and about, had a win early this morning from Great Britain, France Mayal, Noe from France as well, Joey Collins, look out. He only races one way. He puts the switch on and he goes. We then go Fletcher from Australia, Lombard, South Africa, Ruiz from Spain, Zach Morris up and about at the moment. Training partner Joe Collins as well. Brian Murphy, the older statesman, is there and a mix as well for the USA. Netherlands, Azawi from Japan, Gansberg from Sweden, Sefton from Switzerland, Miaz from Canada. It is an absolute quality field. Who do you like?
Oh, this is where the big men come out to play. Oh, it's going to be a tricky one. It's Zach Morris's skills have been phenomenal. Joe Collins, I like what you said about it. I totally agree with you. He has one speed and he just goes for it. So I think those two are going to go neck and neck for a little while. Absolutely. Throw obviously the Corys in there. Corey Fletcher and Corey Taylor. Corey Taylor being very strong, especially with that ski last. And this morning when we saw him in the Ocean Man semi-final, we only saw him, and I didn't even know if we saw him in first gear. So it'd be really interesting.
Yeah, obviously, he's a world champion as well, coming back to CT Taylor, and I love his ski. And the thing I love about Joe Collins is about making the right decisions at the right time. It's all good to go all guns blazing, but there can be times where if you're sitting behind someone just to conserve, and that 5 or 10 seconds can make a huge difference in the context of this race.
Absolutely, you are spot on there, Ty. And the Ocean men are getting ready. They're getting ready to rumble. We're excited.
It's the national teams, open teams, Ocean Man race. It is the blue ribbon event of the individuals and national teams, and let's look at this at the moment. Let's see Zach Morris with a very good start. Look out for the move as well. We know the leg speed of Corey Fletcher as well, but remember, it's been a massive day for a lot of these athletes. It's the ability to perform under fatigue.
It has been a huge day. This is really going to tap into their pre-season training. Pre-season training for ocean men and ocean women usually do a little bit of endurance at the start, a little bit of the Coolangatta Gold training, and then you move into that, getting those heart rates up, making sure you do that quick, short changeover. So this will really come down to all that endurance training they've been doing. So we see out in front, it looks like Joe Collins out in the middle there in the black cap doing very, very well. To his side is Zach Morris on his inside. So you can imagine that Joe would really want to come in and kind of almost cut, or it could be, it is Joe Collins. I thought it might have been Corey Taylor. Corey Taylor not too far away, but he'll want to come across because remember, it is a single can and we're going for that M shape.
Yeah, we spoke about that about Joey, the man Collins. He's got one switch and it is on. And great to see Zach Morris. Now, remember, the surf race was the other way around. Zach Morris led round. Joey had to work up to Zach as well. Really impressive LeBron from France here as well. The young Frenchman, he had a phenomenal semi-final. And he came in, I think it was second or third in his semi-final. Third to that of Zach Morris and Joe Collins. So he's not looking out of place at the moment, but it's New Zealand Blackfins 1, Joe Collins. Zach Morris in 2. Corey Fletcher will sneak up on the inside of Corey Taylor at the moment, but I think the skill set and the waves are going to be critical.
And then you've also got a fight there for in 5th. You see Brian Murphy just on the outside, South Africa on the inside of him. So Brian Murphy had to go really wide around there, but he'll make his way very well. But Joe Collins, he is just moving so well with those runners coming in. He looks good.
He looks very good. I love the cadence, the way he goes about his business as well. And at the moment, he's got the bit between the teeth. He needs to remember it is a long race. We're talking 15 to 20 minutes here, and it's about making the right decisions when the right time comes. Collins in 1, Morris tucked in behind 2. I like this move from Joey Collins. He's a confidence player, and the more this comes into confidence, and if he can extend this lead with a little bit of luck in the ocean, look out.
Yeah, he looks really good at the moment. As they move to that wave area, there's a few more waves up for grabs than what we saw this morning. Corey Fletcher's doing really well. He just wants to keep up in this swim. But Zach Morris, those skill set, I tell you what, they've improving every time he races. He's going to try and milk that, but there's one behind. We might get a couple of the athletes. Corey Fletcher was also hanging about. Corey Taylor, they are in the hole tie.
Yeah, what's happening is Joe Collins decided to come to the north because he knows he wants a minimal run back to that of the transition zone. Zach Morris ran, I should say, swum with a swell a little bit more. So at the moment, you'd probably say advantage Joe Collins because he's still got the shorter run. However, they're in the deeper water. That tide is coming round. Look at this, no waves on offer. What it does do, it allow them to conserve a little bit of energy. Swell coming through, back markers making their move. Josh Minogue, what's the update, mate, from the beach?
Why I love this sport. They did all that hard work to get out in front. They fought their way all the way to the beach, then 3, 4, 5 on the next wave, get an armchair ride all the way to the sand. Do you sook and sulk about it? No way. Get back to work and get going again, and that's exactly what Zach Morris and Joe Collins have done. They're off and away. This suits those two boys down to the ground. I don't think there's anyone else in the sport outside of Joe Collins and Zach Morris better suited to this style of racing in these conditions. It's tough, it's a lot of running, it's long waves, you've got to be fast, but you've got to have a bit of grit about yourself as well.
Yeah, talk about grit. What about the performance from Azawa from Japan? He just watched Sara Tazaki come round in 4th. He's just gone round 3rd in the M shape, the first M shape swim leg as well. A great moment for Japan.
Oh, he's in a fantastic position there. He would have been very inspired by Sara going around there, but this is one of the hardest things to do in the ocean man right now. This is where fatigue sets in. They've done the beach relay, they've done the board rescue, they've had their semis this morning, but Zach Morris looking very good, looking very fit out there, and it's where you really have to settle back and your mind's going to be telling you to stop and telling you how much you're hurting, but you've got to really let the body be nice and strong out there, and this is where you've got to really grit your teeth, be really strong. Corey Taylor, you said that this morning. Oh, sorry, it was Josh this morning said he needs to do the work in the ocean, and he's doing just that at the moment. And Corey Taylor, he looks like he's getting better as this race is going on.
Yeah, this good Zach Morris now dictating from the front and tucked in behind her CT there, along with that of Joe Collins. Then we go back a little way. Now we had South Africa. Could be Davidson tucked up there having a great swim as well. So all of a sudden it's a breakaway of 3. Now the big question is, where is Corey Fletcher? Now we know of the 3 disciplines, swim's probably not his major strength, makes a massive move in that craft, but you cannot give these 3 elite, ocean men too much of a lead to try and catch.
Yeah, Corey Fletcher, his plan would have been just to sit as much as he can in this swim. Unfortunately, he missed that first wave, so he's going to have to do a little bit of work. But Corey Taylor, we know how experienced he is. He is the reigning champion in this from a couple of years ago. But Zach Morris isn't going to let him have it too easy. So we have Australia out in front, New Zealand second and third at the moment. They look like two sharks, aren't they? Coming side by side. Zach Morris in the middle, out in front at the moment. So, yeah, wow, it's looking very tight. A little bit like the women's at the moment.
Yeah, I love the body language, the swim body language of that of Joe Collins. He's decided instead of coming back to the northern area, he's decided to go to the southern area where Zach Morris was. You see Zach in front at the moment. Top of screen, that's Joe Collins. Bottom of screen, sort of fighting the traffic at the moment. He's like a salmon swimming upstream, isn't he, CT Tar at the moment. But Zach Morris, one body length. Now, that could be the difference between picking up a wave in front and the others coming through. As we speak, Morris in front, wave in front, master stroke, master move.
That was fantastic body surfing by Zach Morris. His body surfing, I tell you what, has really, really improved. And it's body surfing, if you can master the art of body surfing, it will do a lot for you in this ocean, man. We do have Josh Minogue on the sand. Josh, how are the men looking?
Yeah, Morris has just stood up on the sand, but Joe Collins, Corey Taylor, they got a wave. It's just died out in the hole, and that was the difference between Morris's wave. It held all the way to the beach. He's an absolute superstar talent, and he was so talented a long time ago. I don't think he had to work all that hard to be successful, but in the last couple of years, the move to Northcliffe, his work ethic has been second to none, and he's really improved. He's learnt under the likes of Corey Taylor, Matt Bevilacqua, a few other competitors, and I think he just keeps getting better and better and better with every season. The defending champion, Corey Taylor, up through transition in second place. We spoke about his leg injuries today, and those runs are going to hurt him, but he's in this one up to his eyeballs, and nobody knows how to race at a World Championships better than Corey Taylor. Joe Collins hot on his heels as well. So the Aussie in 1, the Kiwis in 2 and 3. Then have a look at the next group coming through. There's at least 5, 6, 7 that are all fighting it out for 4th place, with Corey Fletcher going to the front.
Yeah, great update. And we mentioned about Corey Taylor looking good in the transition as well. I noticed Zach Morris picked up his board and had a real long look across. Now, that could be a sign of fatigue. And the fatigue, I said, phenomenal body surfing, but the leg drive he had on that wave would have used a lot of energy, considering he's just come out of beach relays as well. Now, remember, Zach Morris is the current Australian board champion as well. He's going into one of his strength of his legs, that with swim and board. We know CT Taylor, strength to come with the ski. This is going to be a great race.
Yeah. He looks like he's doing everything really, really easy at the moment as well. And we're just going to go to a little replay in a second. And here we go. Here's that split screen of the swimmers coming back in.
This is the leg work we spoke about. Now look at this. He gets in this arm. So this is the first. There's 2 parts of this wave in particular. He sizes up the opportunity. Head goes down. Then the wave dies out. This is the hardest bit here in this dead section. Watch the legs of Zach Morris. That is burn, 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 burn to maintain that wave. And he's just come out of a beach relay as well. Will that affect him towards the tail end of this race? Time will tell.
For me, seeing those skills right there means that Zach has worked really hard in this off-season. He's extremely fit, and when you see an athlete making it look so easy, he is just making metres upon metres up at the moment. We see Corey Taylor just dropping back to 3rd there. We see Joe out in front there in the 2nd place behind Zach, but Zach's just looking very good at the moment. We even see he's making his way back in, really scuttling across, and he's nice and light as well. And his face, he looks really relaxed and calm, and it's I think it's going to be, I know it's going to be a really big season for Zach Morris.
I was going to say that as well. He looks very composed, doesn't he? Like in control of everything going on. And even the interview this morning, I thought he was going to fall asleep during the interview. He was that relaxed. But he's going about his business. Been doing that, you put the work in. Hard work gives results. And Zach Morris now, you can see, and it's knowing when to go and when to say no to conserve a little bit. But Zach Morris at the moment, coming up to halfway this race at the moment, has got a big lead. I think CT Taylor took a few waves in the lap going out in the board leg that allowed for Joey Collins to come up at the moment. But Zach Morris in control. He
certainly is control at the moment, leading this way and making sure the pace is nice and high. I don't know if this is, Zach's obviously a fantastic athlete, but do you reckon that little bit of an edge? He has 2 younger brothers. I can imagine the household being very competitive, going through a lot of food, Very competitive. Maybe that's that little 1%er. Wants to beat his brothers. They're younger than him. Might be that little extra push.
Right, here we are halfway the Ocean Man at the moment. It's Zach Morris in one. Then go back to Joe Collins. And Zach will have a bit of a look now where they're coming. Then into CT Taylor as well. And the other thing he had his first podium. The professional series last year was the first time overall he's finished on the podium. He's been knocking on the door for many, many times on an overall perspective. But this is it. Big opportunity. Do they try and work together, the Black Fins, or they go side by side on their own water to try and chase that of Zach Morris?
They certainly, the boys here, Corey, and I know that Joe looks up to Corey Taylor very much. It's one of his heroes, so they'd be certainly supporting each other. Fortunately, we just saw Corey Taylor go down a pothole. But Josh Minogue, watching the boys going through there in that M shape, looking at everyone's faces, do you think the Kiwi boys, can they catch Zach Morris?
Very, very tough from this point, but we're only at the halfway mark. The big mover in that last board leg was Corey Fletcher. We can see him going in and around there, just ahead of Robbie Whittaker there, but that gap closed. A couple of waves hit those Kiwi boys and maybe even Zach Morris as well. So Corey Fletcher fighting his way back towards the podium on this one. It's going to be a very tough ask for him to get back and win this race because his teammate is a long, long way out in front. But the opportunity to get second is still there for the other Australian.
Yeah, it's a great little battle, isn't it? If you look at the overall point score from the Ocean of day one here at the moment, Australia was sitting on 248 points, 9 points ahead. And a lot of the relay where they picked up, a 5 or 6 point buffer at the moment, but Zach Morris on one, the current Australian board champion. Now, we spoke about working together, and you can see here at the moment CT, Corey Taylor, doing the work in front of Joey Collins. Joe will look to conserve a bit of energy once they turn that board can. Let's have a look at the time advantage here. Morris goes around now, so we'll pick that up. Has a little bit of a look at where they're at the moment. He can see CT there on the chase, and also Joe Collins at the moment. That comes up to a 10-second lead. In the context of this race with one discipline to go, that's a great lead at the moment. Make that 15-second lead. Still going. I would say approximately 20-second lead advantage Zach Morris.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're watching the live stream at the moment, please do not leave us. It is all happening here in the Ocean Man. And Zach Morris, as we can see on the pink board, he's just picked up a nice runner, which has turned into a wave. He's going to have to paddle and work fairly hard at the moment to try and get back down. But if he can get onto this and keep connecting it together, he has opened up a very good lead right in front of our eyes.
It's funny, isn't it? When you commentate and coach and watch athletes, you've got the ocean and what the ocean can throw to you, then you've got the athlete. And at the moment, he's working in unison with the ocean. Every bit of movement I see of Zach Morris is using the ocean to his advantage. He knows when to go. He knows when to say no. He picks up the swell. At the moment, this is almost a perfect performance from the man from Australia.
When athletes have their best races in the ocean, you can really see them, as we said before, calm, relaxed. They move with the ocean. And here we see Zach Morris. We've got Josh Minogue down there. He can see the athletes up nice and personal.
Zach's going through the transition at the moment, and Zane Hamill, what about that? He's the Australian coach at the moment. Obviously, the great coach, the legend himself, and he coaches of Ali Day as well. And the guidance to say, what would he be saying as the head coach of the Australian team for that as Zach Morris going the last leg?
It's all about being out there for support, really. So Zane's really good like that with his athletes and just being there for them and, giving them that little extra push and giving them that extra confidence. I think that's what's really great about, as we see Joe Collins, he's got that fantastic ski start. We might see that in a moment if the cameras follow him in, and he's one of the fastest, or if not the fastest in the world at that. So he'll be on and about. He looks like he's not giving up. He's certainly not giving up. He's going for it.
I like the body language of Joe Collins and the way he really attacked that start of that ski leg, and that's a very good sign for Joe Collins. One, in the context of this race, but also where his fitness is at the moment. It'll be very hard to catch that as Zach Morris, but seeing Joe Collins look the way he did at the tail end of this race is very, very promising. One for himself, but also for the Team New Zealand.
There's a few little battles going on at the moment. There he is. He looks fantastic, doesn't he? He's got a little bit of a battle on Corey Fletcher, not too far away. As you can see, Corey just going there. So Whittaker and Fletcher having a little battle, but Corey Fletcher, his aim at the moment will be really trying to catch and hunt down Corey Taylor. And then we've also got, obviously, Joe Collins really trying to hunt down Zach Morris. So there's a little few battles within the battle going out there at the moment, but we just see the South African competitor doing very well. But here we go, Zach Morris. He's even got the ski paddle that matches his stuff as well. Very impressive, Zach. Also very impressive racing today as well. Looking very, very good. And he looks like he's fresh. He honestly looks like this is the first race that he has done all day.
He looks very composed, doesn't he? In control in particular. And we spoke about Rob Whittaker coming through as well, European champion. I think he took out in the series over there the British and also the French Ironman Championship. And a big shout out to his club mate that injured himself as well, Tommy. They'll be watching this very, very closely in the pool rescue. Joe Collins goes round. Still looks good to me at the tail end of this race. You know, the cadence is up, the rating's up. But the man in control at the moment, there he is, Zach Morris. Half an M shape to go to take out that of the Ocean Man for 2024 World Champs.
Yeah, Zach will get a lot of confidence off this race as well. But there we have Joe Collins looking very good. He's great on the runners as well. And as we can see at the moment, look at that distance.
He's coming back.
It's not 10 seconds anymore. It's more about
Joey
5,
Collins is coming back, and we'll go to Josh Minogue in a moment. But look at Joey Collins. He's up and about. And if there's one individual you don't want to give confidence to, that is Joe Collins. If he can pull over a little bit of luck here to pull over one or two of these waves, Zach Morris will have a little bit of a bow peak. Needs to keep it straight. All of a sudden, Joe Collins is up and about. This is big. This is big in the context. If he can keep this, we'll get an idea. He went round with a 20-second lead earlier. We'll pick up in a moment. I reckon this will be back to potentially that of 7, 8 or maybe 10 seconds.
And we've just seen actually on screen there one of the poles actually just flipping around. So they only have one pole to go around at the moment. And Zach Morris has got his rudder just caught on there. So we'll go to Josh Minogue if we can find you, Josh. What's
7
happening?
seconds. 7 seconds.
That gap has almost closed up. Joe Collins, he got onto that ski, and I've never seen him look more determined. He knew this race wasn't open, and that runner has pulled him all the way back into it. Zach Morris understands what's happening. He looked over his shoulder, he knew, and the rating went up. There's a couple of really good races here. Zach Morris, Joe Collins, Corey Taylor, Bobby Whittaker, and it looks like Corey Fletcher has absolutely been left behind. So massive scenes for the Kiwis here. If Joey Collins can catch Zach Morris and Bobby Whittaker can stay in front of Corey Fletcher, this is going to be a real big race that'll impact the overall point score.
Oh, this is massive in the context of everything going on, and I love the body language of Joe Collins down the bottom. Let's go back the last 12 months. He's been phenomenal forms. The only thing was he made a couple of bad decisions in big races that cost the overall point score. Joe Collins, to me here, Courtney, looks the better informed paddler.
Yeah, he certainly does. He's really just gotten that little sniff, hasn't he, on Zach, and he's really going for it. He's going to take the outside around Zach here for a moment, so he might lose a couple of metres, but there's still a long way to go. Sprint finishing. We've seen them do a sprint finish in one of the summer surfs before. Zach did have it over Joe, but it's a new Ocean Man. It's a new day. Let's see how they go.
When we go back to that first leg, we spoke about that wave and the amount of burn in the legs. Will it come back in this last second? I love the move on the inside of Zach Morris. However, I love the cadence of Joe Collins. This is it. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. It is a national open teams. Little swell building. They'll lift on this one. Collins will get massive confidence. Morris needs to go with him. Collins is up and Collins is about.
I think Joe, in his mind right now, I think he'd love to get an extra runner over Zach, so just so he doesn't have to do that sprint finish, because he is going to be on the outside. Zach Morris is a very confident sprinter, very, very fast as well, so Zach may have a little bit more speed than Joe, but certainly Joe's got the speed coming down on this ski at the moment, so we'll wait and see. Corey Taylor also not too far away.
Oh, Zach Morris has pulled over the front of this one. Joey Collins just got held up a little bit. All of a sudden, he had the inside run. I like the move of Zach Morris. I think this could be a master stroke. No, he's off. He's slewed across. He's upside down. Joe Collins will come through. Zach Morris is in licorice all sorts.
Also, the question is, where is Corey Taylor as well? This could be huge for the point scores. New Zealand and Australia, they were very close. So I think you see Corey Taylor, he has seen what's happening. He's very good at the course management, with Joe Collins coming through, and we have to see where Corey Taylor is at the moment.
Oh, so unfortunate for that of Zach. He did everything, but it's the execution under fatigue. And Joe, what about this? Joe Collins, what a moment. What a moment. Halfway out, he didn't look good. All of a sudden, a little sniff of confidence. He's up and he's about, and he's our national Ocean Man champion from the Black Fins, Joe Collins.
Oh, he looks very happy about it. We just see one of our other competitors coming through. They've still got a couple of laps to do there on the ski, but congratulations, Joe Collins. He really fought, never gave up the whole way.
Wow, Zach did everything possible. He executed everything to that final part of the ski leg. Still an outstanding performance. You can tell the shake of the head. CT Tuller in third. Big points here for the Black Fins. 20 points maximum, 16 for third as well. The big question is, where's Corey Fletcher? Hold your head high, Zach. He's had a big day of racing. in the water and also on the beach. Whittaker, where is Whittaker? Whittaker comes in fourth, I believe. Whittaker comes in fourth. Fletcher potentially in fifth. There we go. What a performance for Robbie Whittaker from Great Britain. Great performance. The big T goes up for the teammate, Tommy Gunn, who unfortunately was injured yesterday in the pool rescue, and Corey Fletcher. But what a race. We spoke about the Ocean Woman event and the change in the lead, but what about the comeback from Joe Comp? But more importantly, what will that do for confidence tomorrow coming back in day two?
Oh, huge confidence. And he never gave up. And you said that just before, so I never give up in this sport. It's never over. So we've got Corey Fletcher coming. He looks a little bit disappointed. He just missed that first wave, and it was only a metre in that first swim that he just ended up getting a little bit behind, but still very, very good day for Corey Fletcher. And he's had a massive day ahead of him. We'll see some of the competitors coming through. It's so tricky out there. Remember, this is the last event of the day. They've still got one more day to go. 3 days down, one more to go. We'll try and find Josh Minogue in a moment, and we know he would have found Joe Collins. Yes, we have found Josh, and he's down there with our winner.
I did have Joe Collins for a second. He's just wandered away. He said he's never run a transition harder. JC, talk to me about that one, mate. You were in it up to your eyeballs. Zachy Morris went away from you there, and then you had to produce the ski leg of your life, didn't you?
Yeah, look, Zach's a class athlete. He's so strong in that swim board, like, dropped us all. Credit to him, man. He's been working really hard. He's been moving really fast, and just lucky that I got onto my ski, my race one ski, paddled out, and yeah, cut through the waves, and then I kind of got an easier line out, I think, and I worked my way back into the woods. It's pretty awesome, and to then come around the cans with him, and then kind of made the split-second decision to pull off that to try and get the inside. I'm not faster than Zach. I knew I had to get some edge on the beach, and it worked out. He slewed and nosedived, and I kind of floated my way in, which is pretty awesome.
And it seemed like it meant a lot to you as well. Big celebration across the line. Racing for the Blackfins is something special.
Yeah, look, we're a great team here, and I was up at the pool all the start of the week. I did a couple of relays, but watching those guys bleed for us and put their heart on their sleeve, to then come down here, I knew in a race where I could actually hurt myself, I wanted to do the same for them, and I knew I was down bad after that board, and that's where I kind of thought what they did for us, I need to do for them. Let's absolutely rip into this.
Talk to me about how competitive it is. There was a bit of fire after that one there. You really, really want to beat the Australians, and they really want to beat you, don't they?
Yeah, look, I've been watching the replays and everything on the live scores, and just really wanted to get that one, and I'm hoping that helps our team come towards closer to the goal of winning this World Champs, and we'll be back tomorrow. We'll be ready. The girls have been on fire. The beachies, mate, they went 2 for 2 up there. It's a great team, and I love to be around it, and looking forward to keeping on with them.
JC's fired up, I'm fired up, the beach is fired up. We'll be back again tomorrow for another huge day of racing. Well done, World Ocean Man Champion.
Oh, JC, Joey Collins. I know his mum and dad's down there as well, and this means a lot to him. He's carried a bit of luggage from the end of the surf season, and of a few decisions he made. And look at this for the Ocean Man, and you're looking at Brisbane 2032. This is the event.
Oh, absolutely. No, he was phenomenal. And you could tell it really, really meant a lot to Joe Collins. That'll give him a lot of confidence. Zach Morris, here he was. He did so well. The skills were incredible the whole time. He's just so disappointing. Just had that one moment on the ski, and that's all it takes, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, he pulled up. We'll see that ski in a moment, but he has a couple of big looks. So he set up, but he looks so composed in going about his business. And then all of a sudden, when he saw Joe come, it put a bit of pressure on him. And then all of a sudden, it was about decision time under fatigue as well. So you see Zach Morris let out well, and looked very, very good and very, very comfortable after that, the swim and the ski leg. But it was Joey Collins. And what it is, he spoke about the transition after this board leg to the ski. And we mentioned that. We said the body language of Joe Collins looks very, very good. And once he gets it in his eyes, look out, because Joe Collins is a confidence player. The more confidence he gets, the better he goes. And he got a little sniff. So here we go. This is the make or break point here. Zach Morris picks the wave up, comes through the transition. Joe Collins comes around. Not sure if I have any highlights or not, but it's amazing. You know yourself, you've been around the game for many, many years, but when you see you're half that distance, we said 20-second lead. That went to 7. This bit here went to 7 seconds, and the confidence grows as an athlete.
Yeah, it certainly does. He has that paddle up in the air, knew exactly where he was going. There's CT on camera at the moment. I felt he got better as he went on, but there is a bit of a gap at the moment. I said there was 20 seconds. It's a big, big gap, and then look at this. This isn't going to that last ski. It's definitely not 20 seconds. It's probably about 1. So he really fought really hard, and we thought it was going to be a sprint finish, but it all came down to that last wave. Unfortunately, Zach Morris had a little bit of a slew.
Yeah, this is smart. This is a smart player, Zach Morris, as well, picked up the wave. But it's just the ability, we spoke about this morning, the danger of this, the Karawa shore break, the guillotine on the shore break. He was too busy thinking about trying to get back to the run arch. And then you see the man of the moment, JC, and it means more than just the Ocean Man to him because he's back. What a moment. And then we see the overall results there as well. Team New Zealand in 1, Australia, Zach Morris. Hold your head high, Zachy boy. That was a great performance. And then we can see that of CT Taylor, New Zealand. Great Britain, Whittaker. So a couple of extra bonus points there for New Zealand, which will be very, very interesting as we come back to day 2 tomorrow as well. But the Ocean women and the Ocean man, they have delivered on the big stage here at Kawa at the end of day 1 of the National Open teams as well. With the highlights of the day coming up as well. When you see Brian Murphy down there in 8th for New Zealand, what a performance, 41 years of age. And he's won up to 10 individuals. But the day highlights started this morning with other surf races.
Oh, it was fantastic, wasn't it? They all really handled those potholes very, very well. And we see Kosh out there and the 2 New Zealanders really fighting it out there. And there we have Zach Morris winning that swim today. He was in form all day, wasn't he? It
shows the enormity of the day. You look at Lana Rogers here as well and Zach Morris, and the amount of times, not only, we talk about the days about how many times they go out around the cans, but they've also done 5 to 6 beach relays as well. Which is very taxing on the legs and the lower extremities of your body. So for the swims, Lana Rogers being sensational form as she's seen. And the highlights, and it's been a phenomenal day of racing. It was day 1 of the Ocean here at the National Open teams. On behalf of Ty Dowker and that of Courtney Hancock here, we will be back with day 2 tomorrow, but do not go anywhere. We have board races, ski races, board rescues, rescue tube rescues, and wrapping up with the Open Mix Ocean M Lifesaver Relay, one of the best events to wrap up the National Open program. Until tomorrow, we'll see you then.